Good evening, sports fans. This is Ernie Over along with Josh Henninger, and we're at Warrior Stadium in Worland, Wyoming for tonight's first conference game of the season between the Lander Valley Tigers and the Worland Warriors. Worland comes into this game with a 1-2 mark, and that's exactly the same mark as the Lander Tigers. Say, we've got a good pregame show coming up for you, and we're going to go to that right now. We're going to hear first our Cowboy Countdown with Cody Beers.
It was May 27th, 2020 when the University of Wyoming and University of Connecticut athletics departments agreed to play a single football game in East Hartford, Connecticut on September 25th, 2021. Saturday will be the first meeting between the two teams. The game kicks off at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time from UConn's Pratt & Whitney Stadium. The contest against the Huskies takes the place of the Cowboys' scheduled contest at Clemson on September 25th. Clemson canceled the contract to play the Cowboys for a payment amount of $1 million. With the cancellation of the contract, the Cowboys were released to enter a football agreement with UConn during the 2021 season. Incidentally, Clemson, the number 9 team in the country, plays at North Carolina State this Saturday. Entering Saturday, Wyoming is 3-0 on the young season, and UConn is 0-4. This is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Cowboys Report here on a Friday. UConn's losses have come against the Mountain West Fresno State 45-0, Holy Cross 38-28, Purdue 49-0, and last week, Army 52-21. Wyoming head coach Craig Bohl has been emphasizing to his team all season that they need to focus on going 1-0 each week. The 2021 Wyoming Cowboys were able to do that again last week with a victory over Ball State to improve to 3-0 on the season, matching the best start by a Bohl-coached team at Wyoming. Wyoming last began a season 3-0 in 2019. This week's trip for the Cowboys will be the longest of the season. The University of Connecticut is located in Storrs, Connecticut, but they play their home games in East Hartford, 27 miles west of Storrs. According to Google Maps, the distance between Laramie, Wyoming and Storrs, Connecticut is 1,912 miles. That's 760 miles longer than Wyoming's second longest trip this season, 1,152 miles to San Jose, California, to play the San Jose State Spartans. Wyoming will be playing against one of the few football subdivision independent teams this week when they travel to face the UConn Huskies. It will also be the first meeting between the Cowboys and Huskies in football. Over the past 2 weeks, Wyoming's been putting up big point totals. Wyoming scored 50 in a 50-43 win at Northern Illinois and 45 in last Saturday's 45-12 win against Ball State. The last time Wyoming scored 40 or more points in 2 straight games was back in 2016 when UW scored 52 in a 52-28 win over Utah State and 66 in a 66-69 loss at UNLV in triple overtime. These defenders can play. After recording 2 sacks in each of the first 2 games of the season, Wyoming's defense exploded with 6 sacks against Ball State on September 18th. Leading the way for the Pokes was defensive tackle Revonte Holt, who was credited with 2.5 of UW's 6 sacks versus the Cardinals. Holt also had 5 tackles on the day to go with his 2.5 sacks. 4 other Cowboys contributed to the sack explosion. Defensive end Solomon Byrd and Victor Jones recorded 1 sack each. Linebacker Easton Gibbs had a sack, and nose tackle Cole Godbout was credited with a half sack, combining with Holt on one of the Pokes' 6 sacks for the day. As a team, Wyoming ranks number 3 in the Mountain West and number 22 in the nation in sacks this season. Cowboy linebacker Chad Muma, he's part of this. A year ago, Muma was ranked number 1 in the Mountain West and number 3 in the nation in total tackles at 11.8 tackles per game. And he ranked number 5 in the Mountain West and number 16 in the FBS in solo tackles at 5.5 per game. Well, in 2021, Muma is averaging 11 total tackles per game to rank number 2 in the Mountain West and number 7 among all FBS players. He is also averaging 8.7 tackles per game to rank number 2 among all FBS players. Saturday, 1:30, it's Wyoming and Yukon from Connecticut. This is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Cowboys Report. Go Pokes!
Coach John Scott of the Lander Tigers is with us now on our pregame show. And, Coach, I had another tough one last week, but more lessons for the kids to learn?
I think so. We if we learned anything about ourselves, it was, those slow starts don't work especially well for us. We have a tough time, kind of getting ourselves back into our groove, and we started to establish that, now in the second half, or maybe just a little bit before half, that we'd let some damage get done and then just didn't have enough to overcome it. So it's just trying to find some different methods that might get us a little bit more ready out of the blocks, and that's kind of was kind of a focus this week.
Well, again, this is your first conference game too, so that's also an incentive for the kids.
I told them that right after the game, regardless, in Evanston, that we're 0-0 right now. And whether we were 3-0, 4-0 in the non-conference, whatnot, that had no bearing on, the postseason, and that's ultimately what you're playing towards. So getting that first start at 0-0 and then, treating this as, trying to get a good start on things, it can sure carry us for these next couple of weeks. We've got some tough ones coming up.
Yeah, you sure do. Any injuries to speak of on the squad?
Nothing at the varsity level that is costing us any position time. We tended to some nicks, bruises, few twists, stuff like that. But I think everybody is going to be okay at game time.
If you look into a mirror, Warland has a very similar offense that you do. A lot of passing, not that much running.
Well, I think we kind of mirror each other in a lot of ways. We do, numbers wise. The athletes that play over the top both have a little bit of experience coming back in the line, and they use a lot of RPO stuff, the read pass option. With a quarterback that's just done a super job, of picking that up and taking that to the next level of, being that, Evanston everything was under center, and they had a option game, and that's basically what Warland does. They run an option game, but it's out of the gun, and it's a quick read with a running back to a couple options that they will throw to, and so. We've got to match up athletes for athletes and get the edge in that offensive and defensive line. I think that's going to be a key thing tonight.
Warland is a senior-laden team. They have an awful lot of experience on there, and yours is kind of opposite. You're a younger team.
Well, I think, you kind of hope that, by now the juniors are playing at a varsity level, that the sophomores that you're having to use are at their, at a varsity level, and the classification then doesn't carry the significance as much because the younger kids are in fact varsity ready, but I know that it really helps them, I think, when you have those big senior class, just of having that maturity around you. So we're still trying to bring some of ours along, and week by week, quarter by quarter, we're getting there a little bit better each time.
Now you've had 4 games under your belt. How has the team progressed since that first scrimmage with Pinedale?
Well, I think we maybe got a little bit of maybe thought we were a little better than maybe what we were, with the first 2 games out of the blocks. And I think, then when we get in there with Powell and a much improved, Evanston team, I think that it still exposed that we had some growth that we had to, work on for some of our guys, in positions, just getting them more comfortable, and starting to play, outside the box a little bit. I think a lot of them were, these younger guys are okay. I've got it figured out where to line up now, and now I kind of know where to go. And I think after 4 games, that they start to play with a little bit more, spontaneous. Kind of like Ernie. It's kind of like see the forest and not just a tree. Open it up and expand yourself, and do it while you're coming downhill.
Well, that sounds good. Any changes in the lineup from last week?
Nope. We just a few scheme changes that try to fit into defending Worland as they kind of spread you out, but we're holding true and just trying to get a little better.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the interview, and good luck tonight.
Okay, I appreciate it, Ernie. Thank you.
You betcha.
That was head coach John Scott with the Lander Tigers. You're listening to the Bailey Tire and Auto pregame show here on 93.1 KFCW, as well as the YO Today YouTube page. We'll go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll have the interview with Coach Patrick Sweeney for the Worland Warriors. You are watching and listening to Lander Tiger football here on 93.1 KFCW and on YouTube at the YO Today YouTube page. We'll be back right after this.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
I'm on the phone right now with head coach Patrick Sweeney of the Worland Warriors in his second year as the head coach of the Worland team. And Coach, can you tell us a little bit about your football team?
Yeah, so got a big group of seniors, got 16 seniors. We've got 7 juniors, so it's a senior-led team. We've got a junior quarterback, a junior lineman, and a couple important junior receivers. So, but other than that, it's a senior-led team. One junior safety. Let's see, a junior linebacker. So yeah, as you can see, we're loaded senior-wise, and we're just excited. Felt like we had a good off season. Got through my first year as a head coach, and there's a lot of moving parts to being a head coach and managing a team, but I think we've got things headed in the right direction. I feel like we're competitive, and the kids are excited to play. So.
All right, you've won 1 game, and that was last week at Green River, and lost 2 against 2 powerful programs, Cody and Powell. But you're passing 223 yards a game and rushing 111 yards a game. That's a pretty good offense.
Yeah, a little bit similar to Landers. We're trying to find a little bit of balance in the run and pass game. We had Powell right off the bat. They were extremely physical. Really, really good team. Had to play catch up to their speed a little bit. Stayed in a close one. Tried to be gritty and tough, and had some issues taking care of the football and penalties and getting things going on offense. And then defensively against Cody, had a few misalignments, a few drop picks, and had some bad special teams plays. And then last week put a little bit more together. The defense struggled a little bit, but the rhythm and timing of offense was up to speed and looked like it should about in the 3rd week of season. And put a good special teams game together and came away with a win. So we feel like we're in a good spot going into conference.
Now, your quarterback, Cade Weber, is throwing at a 73% completion rate. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Cade has worked a lot on throwing in the summer. I think he tries to throw all year round. We've spent a lot of hours in the film room, and so all that is paying off for Mr. Weber.
And your two top receivers, Brock and Jory. How is Brock's last name pronounced?
Duzanis. No, Jory Anderson and Brock Duzanis.
Yeah, and they seem to be favorite targets of Cade. They average about 77 and 64 yards per game each. That's pretty good receiving. They've got good hands, huh?
Yeah, those kids have worked hard to understand what it's like to be a receiver, find space, get off coverage, get off man press, and make the quarterback's job a lot easier. So they have a lot of chemistry together, and we're starting to see the fruits of their labor. And
you also have a field goal kicker.
Yeah, we do. That's nice. He's our third receiver, and he's done a great job as well at receiver. But we can use Mr. Carter Clark for all different types of things. Yeah, we're lucky we have him for a couple more years.
What do you see or what do you expect from the Lander Tigers this week?
Oh, I expect them to throw the kitchen sink at us. It's the first game of conference. We're at home, so I know John Scott and the whole team are going to be ready to get after us. They're going to be physical and tough and intelligent, just like all of John Scott's teams are. And they're going to have a lot of answers for what they've seen from us in the last few weeks. And so we're going to have to be ready for everything we've seen on film, plus some. Just expect the unexpected. And, they'll probably throw some trick plays in there on special teams or offense and give us as many fits on defense as possible. So they're pretty serious about always coming out on top in conference. So it's going to be a tough game.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking the time. The Worland Warriors head coach, Patrick Sweeney. Back again at Warriors Stadium, where tonight is a pink night. They are fighting cancer here in Worland, and the crowd is decked out in pink shirts, and the football team has pink underneath their uniform. So this is all about cancer awareness. Looking at the Bailey Enterprises pregame show, we've got starting lineups for the defensive squad for the Worland Warriors. At left defensive end, Ty Harris. At left defensive tackle, Josh Rose. At the nose guard, we have Vega, Alexis. And at the right defensive tackle, Christian Peterson. At the right defensive end, Felix Lentich. At linebacker, Aaron Carver. At linebacker, Rhaegar Mosquero. At left cornerback, Sam Grizz. And that's short. He's got a really long name. They call him Grizz. On the right cornerback is Brock Dozanis. At safety is Josie Anderson. And the other safety is Clark Carter. For the Lander Tigers offense, they're going to go with quarterback Brenton Stofferberg, split end Jonah Brown, tight end Robert Covapalo, flanker Tisso Gwina, fullback is Zach Larvey, tailback is Matisse Weaver, the right tackle Jesse Dollard, the center Ernesto Calabreras, the left guard is Carlito Gonzalez, the right guard Cody Cunningham, and the left tackle William Shade. Worland won the toss to begin this game, and they are going to kick off to the Lander Tigers to begin the contest this afternoon. So Lander will be on offense first. Here at Warrior Field, they will be defending the north goal to our left, and the Warriors will be on the opposite side. Well, tell you what, we're in for a pretty good game. Both teams are 1-2. Their statistics are very similar. And, Josh, I guess it's going to be the breaks of the game that decide this one.
I would agree so. Judging on the coach interviews, looks like both of these teams have about the same offensive scheme. So you'll see a lot of back and forth. We'll see who can get the momentum in the first half. We saw last week Tigers against the Red Devils in Evanston. Evanston got that lead. The Tigers came on in the second half, but unfortunately couldn't overcome that 2-touchdown deficit. So hopefully Tigers can start off a little bit faster against the Warriors.
And we're getting ready for the kickoff and going and approaching the ball. Here is number 1, and there's the kickoff. High end-over-end kick is going to come down to Tisso Guina in the end zone, and that's where it will be downed. And the Lander Tigers will start at the 20-yard line. So that was a pretty high kick that time. Went high end-over-end.
Pretty high kick, and for the first time in about 3 weeks, that W word is nowhere to be seen or heard or felt. I'm not going to say the full word because we Wyomingites know that's a jinx.
Well, you know, I will say the flags are limp here tonight at the Worland Warriors Stadium. Here comes the quarterback out. Stauffenberg under center, one man in the backfield. Handoff goes to Larvey. Larvey punches ahead for a couple of yards. He's still going, and the whistle blows, and it looks like he's going to be up to the 23-yard line. So a nice push there by the offensive line.
That's a little bit interesting. The last few yards, he didn't exactly get him on his feet. He was picked up by his offensive lineman and pushed forward.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Hash mark near side. Stauffenberg now in the gun. Long call. There's the handoff again to Larvey. He get a little, or to Matisse Weaver rather. He gets a carry up to about the 37-yard line. So that's going to be about 4 yards on the play. Weaver's first carry.
I'll tell you what, that was a good block by Jesse Dollard there at the center position for the Tigers. He got up on his man on the nose tackle, made a huge lane for Weaver to get through for a good gain, make it 3rd and short.
Well, I don't know why we're waiting here for. Okay, there we go. The team is up the line. Stauffenberg again has him in the gun. There's the handoff to Weaver. He's stopped short of the first down. He's not going to get any gain at all.
That was a good tackle there by the Warrior defenseman. Looks like it was Colton Serrett, number 55 for the Warriors.
Okay.
Got through, got tackle on that, prevented the first down. Looks like the Tigers can go 3 and out and be forced to punt. So
the Tigers, Matisse Weaver, the punter, is back at the 14-yard line. And deep to receive, we have Brock Delsanis. And also back there, let's see if we can get his number. It's sideways to us right now. I think that, well, we'll find out who it is here. Here's the punt. There is the long, high kick, end over end. Goes down to the 35-yard line. Carrying the ball is Jory Anderson. Jory across the 40-yard line up to about the 43-yard line. And I believe that's where the play is going to be held. It was Jory Anderson was the receiver.
Jory Anderson was a receiver, and it looks like Brock Dozanis may have had a block in the back there on Jace LeClaire. Luckily, it didn't get called, or else that return would have been 10 yards in favor of the Tigers.
Okay, 43-yard line for Worland Warriors. Their quarterback comes out, Cade Weber. He averages 215 yards passing a game. One man in motion. He fakes the give off. Now he gives it off to the other man, Dosanis, Brock Dosanis, and he gets close to the first down yardage. Josh, he's across the 50-yard line.
That's a good block on the near side by number 80, Liam Harper for the Warriors. He's able to set the edge on the near side at that receiver spot. And then towards the end, it looked like the corner for the Tigers was able to beat the block, kind of corral the running back to the sideline and end up getting the tackle, even though on the first part of that play, he was blocked out of it. And it looks like there's going to be officials timeout for measurement to see if the Warriors got a first down.
Yeah, just about went 10 yards. The play started at the 43, and the line to gain is the 47 in Lander territory. They're stretching out the chains right now, and it is a first down, a 10-yard gain that time by Dosanis. So the first time they touch the the football, it goes to a first down at the Lander 47-yard line.
It's not winter yet, Ernie. We better not be talking about basketball.
That's right. First down of the game, hash mark near side. And the quarterback, Cade Weber in the gun. There's the handoff. He fakes it. There's a pass over on the near side. It's covered really well by the Tigers, and there's going to be very little gain on the play, if any.
That was a good read there by Jace LeClaire on the far side. Kind of set as either as a spy or set in the zone to cover the flat there. Saw the play action read, went and covered the receiver out in the flat, was able to get enough of a hand on him to keep him at bay until the rest of his team was able to gobble him up. It goes for a completed pass, so that'll help with the completion percentage, but no yardage on that one.
So it's second down, a long 10 to go. Twin receivers on the left, one receiver on the right. One man in the backfield with the quarterback Weber and a whistle.
Looks like a false start.
And we have a false start against the Worland Warriors. Did you see who did that?
I did not. Looks like it may have been somebody on the line. I didn't catch a number.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark now. One set of the lights here at Worland Warrior Stadium is not on, and that's the one directly across from us in the southeast corner. Okay, second down, 15 yards to go. Weber in the gun. There's the snap. Back to pass. Takes 3 steps back. Pass downfield is incomplete, and it was intended for Jory Anderson.
Tigers set up in a zone defense there. They had one receiver, possibly 2 in the area, with 4 defenders. That was talking about the completion percentage there for the Warrior quarterback. That one almost could have been intercepted in a hurry.
Coming into this game, Weber has a pass completion percentage of 76% of his passes. That's pretty good. Stauffenberg, on the other hand, 56% of his passes. Warriors come out with a man in the slot, receivers on each side, one man in the backfield, in the gun. There's the snap. Pass goes on the near side. With it is Dosanis. He breaks one tackle, gets ahead across the 45 down to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a nice gain, but not enough to get a first down.
Gabe Harris had the read there. Unfortunately, he over-pursued just a little bit. The receiver is able to do a little sidestep to get past him. But in the end, I mean, he had good positioning up until the point where he should have broke down. He was in front of the receiver instead of trying to drive him backwards. Looks like the Warriors are go for it here on fourth down.
Fourth down, they need about 4 yards, maybe a very long 4. Tried to do a hard count there, didn't work. So Weber back in the gun, looking for guidance from Patrick Sweeney, his head coach, and they call timeout. Fourth down and 4, and you're listening to KFCW.
Looks like
it's a penalty.
Delay of game.
Delay of game. I thought he had called timeout. So another penalty. Their second one on this drive. They've been penalized twice for 10 yards, and that moves the football back to the 46-yard line on the penalty. So it is fourth down and 9 now. Let's see if they change their play, Josh.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're trying to draw the Tigers offside to get that free first down, but since they weren't able to do it, they go ahead, take the delay of game penalty and give them a little bit more forgiveness on trying to pin them deep with the punt.
Jory Anderson comes on. He averages 35 yards a punt for the Warriors. Deep back for the Tigers, Tisso Gwena about the 10-yard line. So here's Anderson waiting for the long snap, 7:37 first period, no score. Long count, someone comes in from the sideline. They were missing a player, was Worland. There's the long snap and the kick. It's a high kick, and it's going to come down to Guisso at the 8-yard line. And Tisso gets up to about the 14. So a 6-yard return by Tisso Gwena. And he will get credit there. I'm going to give him 6 yards on that return. He caught it way back at the 8-yard line, and he advanced it all the way to the 14.
The edge rusher there for the Tigers up front, and he just about got there in time to block that punt. Had the punter had a little bit of a bobble on that snap, that would have been blocked right off the foot of the punter. In good position for the Tigers. Here on their second possession, see if they can get it across midfield into Warrior territory.
Twin receivers to the left, a single receiver on the near side. Handoff goes straight up the middle to Larvey, and Larvey gets a yard, maybe. It's going to be close to a yard as the front four of Worland were right there.
At the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard. Brings up second down at about 9.
Looking at both the offensive and defensive lines for the respective sides, it looks like just size-wise, the Tigers may have a little bit of an advantage, but it looks like the Warriors are running a 3-4 defense just like Evanston was last week.
6:50 to go here, first period. Back to pass. Stauffenberg, he rolls now to his right side, uncorks a pass. It's incomplete, hit the ground. It was intended for it was intended for Harris.
That was good coverage by the Warrior defense. Stauffenberg was in the back trying to find somebody to go to. Luckily, the line gave him a good pocket, gave him enough time to try and look for a secondary and a tertiary option. But unfortunately, he did all of his reads, and it just tight coverage by the Warriors, crediting to that incompletion.
Harris goes off the field. Coming in to replace him, Jonah Brown. And we've got a I formation in the backfield. One man in the slot. Gueno split out wide to the left side. No one on the near side. In the gun. Rolls to his right side. Long pass down. Court is too long. Too much air on that one.
It looks like he had a receiver open over there. Looks like it was possibly Larvey that was the intended receiver. Threw it just a little bit too high. Make it 4th down for the Tigers once again.
And Matisse Weaver is now punting from his own goal line. And we have Jory Anderson up about the 50. Also there is Clark Carter. So Anderson and Carter at midfield. Matisse Weaver back at the goal line. Waiting for the snap on 4th down and 9. It's a good snap, and it's a real good punt, and it's going to go down to Anderson at the 45-yard line. He cuts to his right, breaks a one tackle, breaks another down to the 40-yard line. And that's where they're going to mark the football down at the Lander 40.
19 yards.
Be good starting position for the Warriors. Good blocks there by the up man on that punt return. There's a couple Tiger Flyers that were in position, but luckily for the returner, his up men did their job in keeping his lanes open. So it will be a good return for the Warriors, and they will start in Tiger territories. It looks like there's a player that's down on the far side of the field. Looks like it's 27. Is that Guena?
No, that's
Harris.
Gabe Harris.
Looks like he may have had a cramp there. He's off the field, and Warriors will get ready for their second possession.
Okay, here comes Cade Weber. He's got in the gun. Hands it off up the middle. First man through carrying the football is Aaron Carver. Carver goes ahead for about 4 yards. 4 yards on the play to the 36-yard line. First carry of the game by Carver.
Big hole up the gut for the Warriors. Carver just following his lineman through it for a good gain on 1st down.
2 receivers on the near side. Carver gets the call again, and he is wrestled down. That's a really good defensive play by Zach Larvey.
Zach Larvey there on the near side. He looks like he was on the contain option there, where instead of rushing straight towards the quarterback, he'll kind of hang out on that outside on the edge and set himself up to where he's able to either cover the quarterback if he decides to scramble out to his side or cover the running back. Good defensive play there.
Here's a big 3rd down play now for the Worland Warriors at the Lander 34-yard line. They're in the gun, one man in motion. Handoff, no, it's a fake. There's the pass, and it is caught. Caught by Anderson. Anderson down for 1st down yardage at the 26-yard line.
That was just a great setup there. You had back-to-back-to-back runs, and then back-to-back runs. Then on third down, just go with the same formation you had before. Quick play action pass, timing route, completion, good enough for a first down for the Warriors.
Here's the snap, and the handoff goes ahead to Carter. I'm sorry, Clark Carter. Okay, the gain is a couple of yards on that play. We're going to put it down at the 23-yard line, so that'll be 3 yards on the play that time.
Frank Armejo first on there for the Tigers to keep them to a short gain on first down.
2 receivers split wide to the left, 1 on the right. Man in motion in the backfield to Sanis. The pass is to Sanis. He's at the 20-yard line. He's at the 10-yard line and knocked out of bounds right there. Good defensive move by the Tigers' Jace LeClaire. But it's a big gain down to they're going to call it the 8-yard line.
That was a great block on the near side by the wide receiver for the Warriors, Liam Harper, doing his best to keep his hands inside the shoulders of the defensive back of the Tigers, keeping that edge set. The receiver just came out of the backfield. It actually was a pass backwards, so if he had trouble catching that, it would have been a live ball.
Okay, same formation pretty much. There's the handoff. It goes to Carver. Carver at the 5. He cuts the corner to the end zone. Touchdown, Worland Warriors.
The Warriors are winning the battle, setting the edge. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker matched up with a tight end or a corner matched up with a receiver. The Worland Warriors are setting the edge to absolute perfection. Majority of their runs and their short passes have been to the outside of the hash marks, bouncing it outside on the runs, and there have been absolutely no coverage for the Tigers to stop it.
Okay, the 8-yard run. Here's the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good. And kicking that was Carter Clark. So we have 4:24 to go in the first. It is Worland 7, Lander 0.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, keep me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down, Grandma's!
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Well, the Warriors take the early lead, 4:24 to go in the first period here. It was a nice 60-yard drive and 7 plays, topped off by the 8-yard touchdown run by
Carver, I think.
Yeah, it was Carver. Sorry about that. He's got a 2 C's in his name, Carter Carver. And so that was 8 yards. He now has 16 yards on 4 carries. And coming up to make the kick, here's Anderson. Anderson's long kick, and it goes into the end zone and out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and the Tigers will now have the ball at their own 20-yard line. And let's see what they can do this year. They've started at the 20. This will be their second time, and they were at the 14 once, and a 3 and out both times.
Yeah, so far not looking good as far as doing the opposite of the last game against Evanston, having a slow start in the first half. against Evanston and now against the Warriors. Same thing, 2 3-and-outs. Hopefully they can change it here on their third possession.
Yeah, that's what you heard John Scott say in the coach's interview. He wanted to avoid that. Here's Matisse Weaver. He gets ahead. No, that's not Matisse Weaver. That is Gabe Harris. Gabe Harris, and he gets, 1 yard? 2 yards. Harris gets 2 yards. The 22.
Had Carver and Mascaro in there, as well as Christian Peterson for the Warriors. Got his mitts on him first to slow him down.
Jonah Brown split out wide to the left side. Gwynna on the near side. Now in motion, we have one man. There's the snap from the gun. The pass goes to Harris. Harris has got some running room across the 30. First down, Tigers. And he'll go up to the 29-yard line.
Initially, that was a missed block by Tissot Gwynna on that wide receiver screen setup. Luckily, he was able to recover and was able to create enough space for Harris on that quick little bubble screen. Good completion for Stauffenberg, giving some confidence, and gives the Tigers a first down of the game.
3.5 to go, first period of play, 7-0 Worland. Lander just picked up their first down. In the gun, under pressure, there's the pass, way overthrown down around the 50-yard line, and the intended receiver was Gwynna.
That was good avoidance by Stauffenberg to avoid the sack, and it looks like there was a penalty.
Caught by number 22, Tissot Gwynna.
Well, they're giving the Tigers a first down.
First down at the Lander.
Okay.
Did he catch that ball? I thought it was incomplete.
I thought it was incomplete, but also I saw a flag too. But
yeah, well, apparently.
I guess he caught the ball. Good catch, Gwynna.
Okay, Stauffenberg under center. Now he stands up, shouts some instructions. There's the handoff. It goes to Weaver. Can't tell from here till he stands up.
Weaver on the carry.
Yeah, it was Weaver. So he goes from the they went from the 34 down to the 46. That was the first down. So that was a 12-yard pass by Stauffenberg to Gwynna. And now the carry goes 2 yards by Weaver. He only has 6 yards so far on 2 carries. In the gun, 2:46 to go, first period of play. There's the snap. Back to pass, long pass in the middle, caught by Gwynna down at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Tissot Gwynna just on the slant, going against the zone defense. He sat right in the middle of the field. If you're watching the stream, you saw the 4 defenders there sitting in the air. He just found a hole in the zone. Stauffenberg with the quick timing pass, saw that he had a window, put it right where it needed to be. Good pass, good completion. Tigers are moving as they are now in Worland territory for the first time in this game.
Yeah, and the Tigers passed the 50-yard line that time, and we'll tell you all about that here on the next play. First down, 10 yards to go at the 32-yard line. And straight ahead, not much there.
By number 35,
and that was Zach Larvey, the fullback, went straight up the gut, and he goes down to the 29-yard line. So that'll be 3 yards on the play by Larvey. He has 3 carries and 7 yards. Stauffenberg back in the gun, single receivers on each side. Handoff goes to Weaver. Weaver finds a little bit of a seam there, Josh, and gets it up to the 24.
Taking it up the gut, had a good block there on the line just to the right of center. Punched right through, is able to use that lower center of gravity to wiggle himself forward for a little bit more yardage. Make it 3rd and manageable. We'll call it a 3rd and a long 2. See if Tigers can get a first down and get to the cusp of being in the red zone.
All right, under center now goes the quarterback Brandon Stauffer in the I formation. Handoff to Weaver. Weaver's met at the line of scrimmage. He needed 1.5 yards for the first down, and I think he might have gotten it, Josh. It's going to be really close.
Yeah, it looks like it depends on the spot here. Looks like it may be 4th and very short. Looks like there might be another penalty stoppage for measurement.
Yeah, not a penalty, just a stoppage. Say, the Lander Tigers earlier in the series crossed midfield, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page.
So it looks like the Tigers had just enough by the tip of the football to get a first down. So they will mark it just about at the 20-yard line, make it the 21, it looks like.
Yeah, we're going to call it the 21.
Tigers are just outside the red zone. See if they can't punch it in for a score.
Under a minute to go now, first period of play in the eye. Under the gun, there's the handoff to Weaver. Weaver wiggles his way forward and makes maybe down to the, where is he at, the 20? Maybe he gets a yard on that play. So Weaver carries for a yard. He has 5 carries and 14 yards, and we're down to 20 seconds to go here in the first period of play. Worland with a 7-0 lead on our Tiger scoreboard. Under center, receivers on either end. One man in the backfield is Weaver. He gets the call. He powers it straight ahead up past the 15-yard line, and he's going to be down about the 13.
That will be the end of the first quarter. After 1, Worland Warriors have 7, Tigers have 0. We'll be back after this with more Tiger football.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up!
Lander Tigers now have it 3rd down. They need about 2 yards for the first down. They're deep in the red zone at the 13, 14-yard line, somewhere in there. Looks like the 13, but here's the handoff. No, a fake handoff. Stauffenberg, the pass wide open in the end zone, underthrown. Hit the ground, intended for Gwinna. It's incomplete, so it's a 4th down play now for the Tigers.
Play action rollout. They did that one absolutely perfect. Gwinna slipped past the defense. There was nobody there, no safety over the top to help cover. Unfortunately, Stauffenberg just couldn't lay it in his lap for the touchdown.
So Matisse Weaver comes on for a field goal attempt from the 21-yard line. It'll be a 31-yard field goal attempt from the near hash. And the snap is coming up. The snap, the kick, it's long enough, it's high enough, it's good. And the Tigers are on the scoreboard with 3-7.
Good strong kick there by the Tigers, and they're on the board. Good first successful drive. We'll be back. Be back after this with more Tiger football.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game.
And Matisse Weaver to kick off. The Tigers are on the board, 11:50 to go in the first half. There's a long kick. Well, he could have got another field goal there.
That's a good boot.
Yeah, it went all the way through the end zone, hit in the track area behind the goalposts here. So the Tigers have shifted direction, and now Worland will be going from left to right on the Warrior Stadium field here. Nice turnout of fans here tonight in Worland, and it just turned a little bit chilly when that sun went down. Bringing them out is Cade Weber. Weber's got trips on the right side, one receiver flanked out to the left. Whistle, move, and we have a false start on Worland.
Looks like somebody jumped on the line there for the Warriors. Yeah. All of the defensive linemen for the Tigers were pointing it out, saying it was him.
That's the third penalty of the game by Worland. They've all been 5 yards, so 15 yards in penalties now. And that bank of lights that was out has finally come back on now, and the field pretty well illuminated. There's a fake, and Weber slides ahead, and we have flags on the play.
Looks like that's going to be a late hit on the Tigers. Somebody on the defense for the Tigers hit the quarterback late after he gave himself up and slid.
Yeah,
that'll get a penalty flag every time.
That was no gain on the play by Weber. Unfortunately, that's going to be the first penalty against the Tigers, and it's going to give Worland a first down. So that's the first penalty, and it's a big one, a 15-yarder. And so that goes from the 20-yard line all the way to the 35 with that penalty.
You mentioned the Warriors are wearing pinks in their jerseys. Just noticed the referees have pink penalty flags as well.
Yeah, I noticed that also. In the gun, there's the handoff, goes to Dusenis. Dusenis caught behind the line of scrimmage, and he manages to get back to the chains. Boy, I tell you, the guy holding the chain back there was going to keep it up no matter what. It almost got it knocked over. There's going to be no gain on the play.
Yeah, he was going to wait till the bitter end and then finally decided to give it up before he got tackled on the sideline there.
No gain on the play that time by Dusenis. Come up to the line. Quarterback runs, sacked behind the line of scrimmage. Nice defensive move that time by Roplik.
That was a good job coming off the edge. Looks like it might have been another screen set up there by the Warriors. And the quarterback tried to look for his first and his second option. They both were covered, so I'd call that a coverage sack for the Tigers. Drive them back behind the sticks, make it 3rd and about 15 for the first down.
Nice 4-yard loss on that play by the quarterback Weber. So he comes out now, twin receivers each side. One man in the backfield. Now Anderson in motion. Handoff goes to Dusenis, and he goes nowhere. Good offensive or defensive pursuit that time by the Tigers middle.
Yeah, it looks like they were trying to do the same thing they had before, a little of the RPO run pass option. That time they gave it to the tailback, and there was no room for him whatsoever up the middle. Good stop by the Tigers as they will force the Warriors to punt, see if they can't get a good return here.
Yeah. Gwena is going deep for the Tigers back at the 30-yard line. And we have Anderson in deep punt formation back at the 12. Football in the middle of the field. Long snap high. There's the kick. He barely got it away. Gwena calls for a fair catch, and he drops the ball, but he covers it right away at the 23.
Boy, that was a little bit of a tailspin there on both sides. The snap was high. That same gunner by the Tigers that was up front that got the pressure on the last punt almost got to it again. And then on the receiving end, Gwyneth saw the pressure coming, called for the fair catch, and unfortunately bobbled the catch. Luckily, everybody wasn't close enough they could pounce on it for the Warriors. Tigers will take it over 1st and 10 from about their own 23, 24-yard line.
9:21 to go until halftime. 7-3 the score. The Warriors with the lead on our Tiger scoreboard. Twin receivers out to the right side, one on the near side in the eye. There's the handoff, goes straight up the middle, carrying the football, still moving with the football. Nice run on the play, and that's going to be Zach Larvey, 25, and we have a Tiger that's down.
Mascaro and Carver on the
We'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after this with more Tiger football here on 93.1 KFCW.
To you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices.
Whistle, and we have a delay of game, I think. Yeah, we do. Delay of game on the Tigers. Their second penalty. They've been penalized twice tonight for 20 yards. And they're going to have a 5-yard mark-off. Goes back across the 50-yard line. Goes to the 47-yard line. So we're back in territory back in Worland territory. Larvey is in the backfield along with Stauffenberg. Receivers on both ends. Back to pass. Two-step drop. He's being under pressure now. Oh, and there's a block in the back. Well, that'll cost the Tigers. The defensive player coming back up from behind just did the block in the back. That was way too obvious.
Was it defensive player or offensive player?
It was an offensive player who did it.
Gotcha, okay.
Yeah, it was one of the Tigers, so we're going to get another big penalty here against Lander. We're going backwards. 7-3 is the score, 7:30 to go, first half of play.
Well, it fixed the bugs with the camera, so it's working again, so you can see the gorgeous night here in Worland. Had a little technical difficulties, but hey, we're back up and running. We're going.
Block in the back, and that moves the ball all the way down to the 26-yard line. They marked it from the spot of the foul. So that is a 21-yard penalty. Holy cow.
Wyoming bus ride for the Lander Tigers.
Yeah.
Wyoming bus ride, as the PA announcer said. That's pretty good. I was going to say it's first in forever from about Fremont County, but that covers it too.
It's a good bus ride. Well, at least it's first down. Let's see if the Tigers can chip away at it. Stauffenberg rolls to his right, play action pass, stops, looking downfield. Now he takes off. He's going to run and throw downfield, throws it away. Throws it out of bounds, so that'll be an incomplete pass by Stauffenberg.
That was good man-to-man coverage by the Warriors. Stauffenberg tried everything he could to try and give himself some more time, but there was nobody open anywhere. So that will make it second and forever. Still,
I think there's another flag down there, Josh.
Maybe intentional grounding?
Yeah, there's the flag. They're waving it off. It was not intentional grounding.
I was going to say, he was outside the tackle box. He was pressured. There was somebody in the area. Got past the line of scrimmage. So I don't know why that would have been intentional grounding. But good job by the refs. Picked it up. We'll move on to the next play.
Okay, we now have second down, 35 yards to go. Long bus ride, as the PA announcer said. 7:22 to go until halftime. Lander trails by 4, now back in the gun. Stauffenberg takes it. He's got about a 5-step drop off to Larvey. Larvey's got a little bit of running room. He meets one man. He breaks one tackle. He's across the 35. Well, he gets about 10 yards of that back. So it is a nice reception, and it goes to the 36-yard line.
Those of you that play Madden or have kids that play Madden, he was using the skill stick on that one. He saw the defender, and he just hit up on the truck stick and completely bowled over number 35 for the Warriors, and just about had a second truck on there as well. Still going to be third and double sticks for the Tigers. I would maybe see another screen pass on this one.
Only one man in the backfield. Everyone else is split out. Back to pass. Stauffenberg unloads the pass. It's caught. Caught at the 45-yard line, and that's as far as they're going to go. I think they're going to give forward progress to the 47, but that's still way short of the first down.
Good quick drop by Stauffenberg. Rifled it in there. I'll tell you what, this kid has got an arm. If he could work on his touch and maybe put a little more air on it for those ones that are midfield that you're trying to get over that first wave of defenders, he'd be pretty good and be close in that 76% completion rating like the Warriors quarterback has. But nonetheless, give him some confidence going to the next drive.
Weaver back to punt. Anderson is back along with Clark. Here's the punt by Weaver. High punt, and it's going to come down at the 21-yard line. And not going very far there, maybe up to across the 30. I didn't see that number, Josh.
Turn on the play for about 7 yards.
And
number 3.
Oh, that was Clark. So Clark gets 7 yards on the return. And the first down play, ball will be set at the 33-yard line. So that's where Worland takes over. First down, 10 yards to go from the 33, 5.5 minutes, 5:35 to go here, first half of play. Ward back in the gun. Man in motion is Dusanis. Handoff goes to the second man through, and he's caught behind the line of scrimmage, but he gets away. Bad tackling by the Tigers, and he powers his way ahead. That is 34. That is Carver. So Carver, who was caught behind the line, escaped and goes up to the 37-yard line.
Trying to get a leg tackle there was a defender for the Tigers. Looks like he initially had the jump. Carver was able to do just enough of a shake to get him off of his toes and keep moving forward, and Tisogwena came up and cleaned it up for the Tigers.
Near side hash mark, just under 5 minutes to go. Weber gets caught behind the line of scrimmage. He squirts free, about a yard, maybe the line of I think they're going to give him a yard.
That was a good read by the edge rusher for the Tigers. He came in kind of either going for the sack or maybe he was in the contain route as well. Kept the quarterback from getting out on the perimeter, forced him back inside, and the two inside tackles for the Tigers were able to clean him up and bring him down for a short gain.
Very short gain. Now Dusenis back in motion. Ward fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, reverses direction. He's caught down behind the line of scrimmage. Sack on the play by the Tigers. Loss is going to be all the way back to the 36.
That was a good play by the Tigers. They saw the run pass option. They were able to get past the, looks like they were possibly setting up for a screen, were the Warriors able to cover that screen on the perimeter and just surround the quarterback and bring him down for, I believe that's their first sack of the game.
Patrick Sweeney has a few instructions for Cade Weber. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're in their own territory at the 37-yard line. In the gun is Weber, and he does a quick punt, quick kick, and it's going to roll down. It's picked up by Stauffenberg at the 10, and he runs out of bounds at the 15.
That's a good little setup there for the Warriors. One of those where they're kind of in the gray area, and it looks like that their quarterback maybe has a little bit of a leg as well to do that little pooch kick style of a punt, to where looking at how the Tigers were lined up, maybe you go for it and throw a pass there in a little bit shorter yardage situation. Something to look forward to later on in the game.
So the Tigers take over at their own 15 with 3:19 to go here in the first half. Worland has a 4-point lead, 7-3. Warriors, of course, had a touchdown, and the Tigers a field goal from Matisse Weaver. Okay, the huddle breaks. Up to the line of scrimmage come the Tigers. Twin receivers on the right. One man in the backfield. Under center, Stauffenberg. And he hands off to the first man through, and that is Larvey. Larvey picks up to the 30. So that'll be a nice gain of about 5.
One thing you've seen for the Tigers this week, you heard Coach Scott saying there's going to be a little bit of a scheme switch up. Last week they had a lot of runs to the perimeter and the edge. This week it's been a lot of runs up the gut next to center.
Here's the handoff, goes back to Weaver again. He's caught at the line of scrimmage and makes maybe a yard on the play. No, that was Larvey. I'm sorry, 35, Larvey.
Weaver stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Now, PA announcers got the wrong guy. That's 35, Larvey. So the line of scrimmage is at the 32, and that, my friends, is a 2-yard gain. So the Tigers have a 3rd down here. They need about 3 yards to go. Clock moving, 2:15. Stauffenberg in the gun. Takes a 2-step drop. Throws, caught by Brown. That's a nice play. Jonah Brown at the 40.
Quick little 3-step drop. Jonah Brown on the slant. Looks like the Warriors were in a zone defense there. Brown went right in between the two corners, found a spot, and Stauffenberg saw him open right after the cut. Good timing, good throw, good first down conversion for the Tigers.
Tigers at the 40-yard line in their own territory. Larvey in the backfield. Back to pass. Brannon rolls with it. Oh, he throws it downfield, and they're going to call him a sack. Well, that was pretty quick call on that one, but he's going to be ruled down at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that was a bang-bang play. It looks like he might have got the pass off in time for his knee hit down, which it looked like it was a completed pass. Would have been close to a first down, but I think the referee was saying he was down, and Tigers are going to take a timeout.
Yeah, that's what the call was. They said he was in the grasp, and so the Tigers lose 8 yards. Minute 12 to go, back in a minute.
You name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had, just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details, and remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Back again, a minute 12 to go. Tigers have it 2nd and 18 after that sack on the last play by Worland. Now Stauffenberg is in the gun. Twin receivers right, one receiver left. Now in motion is Gwynna. Back to pass. There's the pass and almost caught and dropped right that time by Gabe Harris.
Looks like Gabe Harris was trying to run before he looked that one all the way in. Had the little bubble screen set up on the near side there by Gwynna to block the defender there to spring him forward. It was successful a couple times for the Tigers, but that one, looking to run before he looked that one all the way into his hands.
Okay, here's a big down. 3rd down, the Tigers need to make midfield as the line to gain. Stauffenberg rolls to his left side, stops, throws the pass out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, stops the clock with 61 seconds.
Trying to fit it in there to 27 for the Tigers. It was a tight window, good coverage by the Warriors. Harris, thank you. I don't know why I keep forgetting his name. We've called it enough. Gabe Harris, number 27. Remember that, Henninger? All right. Anyway, it looks like Tigers are going to punt it to the Warriors.
Back at the 18-yard line is Matisse Weaver, and back at about the 32-yard line we have Carter Clark and Josie Anderson. There's the long kick, and Anderson's calling for a fair catch, and he makes it at the 41-yard line.
That was a good kick. Unfortunately, that was more of a pitching wedge instead of a 5-iron there for the Tiger punter, and that'll give the Warriors some good field position with, I'm not sure, they don't have, I think Warriors still have all 3 timeouts.
Yeah, I believe they do. So 1st down, 10 yards to go. It's at the Worland 41-yard line. And, of course, the big sack that last time was the play that hurt the Tigers. Cade Weber comes back from a huddle with Coach Patrick Sweeney. Now we've got trips to the right side, one in the left, one man in the backfield. Weber rolls to his right side. Pass down court is caught by Jory Anderson across midfield down to about the 48-yard line.
49-yard line.
That was a good pass there by the quarterback for the Warriors. Just a quick little 3-step drop, looking to his right. That was his read the entire time. They kept it in bounds when high school football, when you gain a first down, just like college, they stop the clock. So the Warriors looking to set up quick before they start the clock again.
43 seconds to go. Clock now moving in the gun. quick pass on the sideline, and it goes to Clark, and instead of running out of bounds, he runs back infield. It'll be a quick gainer of about 5 yards, maybe.
That was a good wrap-up tackle by Gwynna. Unfortunately, the receiver cut inside instead of outside.
Right.
Probably going to get a mouthful from the sideline on that one next time. Try to get out of bounds to save the timeouts, which will force the Warriors to take a timeout. 29.7 seconds left here in second quarter, rather. You're listening to Tiger Football here on 93.1 KFCW.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, decondition, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care.
Back again. Just a half a minute left. Weber back to pass, looking downfield. He's got Jory Anderson again for a completion down inside the 30-yard line, down to the 27-yard line. Boy, great pass that time.
Good pass, great catch. Tigers in the prevent defense, keeping everything in front of them. Saw that. You'll give up that completion in the middle as the clock runs.
All right, we're down to 15 seconds to go. There's the snap, back to pass, juggle the ball. The pass is caught in the middle. We have a first down, and the tackle is going to happen with 3 seconds to go in the half. Well, that was a pretty good pass that time. We went to Carper. So Carper gets the call. And that is a, that's a 9-yard gain on the pass play.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Looks like they took a timeout, 3.7 seconds left. I would imagine with that few time left, they're going to set out the field goal unit and kick a field goal. Or maybe they're going to go aggressive since they're going to receive the second half kickoff. See if they can't steal a touchdown since they're going to get the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
They have scored a field goal this year. It was Jory Anderson who did that, and it looks like they're going to try one now. As coming out, Weber looks like he's going to put the tee down at about the 23-yard line. So it'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt. Anderson is 1 for 3 in the season so far. Oh, and they cause the Tigers to jump off. No, it's going to be a legal procedure. So that'll move them back 5 yards, and it'll be a 38-yard field goal attempt.
Looked like the right side or near side gunner there for the Tigers kind of jumped, and it made the lineman flinch for the Warriors, so force them back 5 yards.
37 yards, it'll be 47-yard. There's the kick. It's up. It's wide enough. It's long enough, and it's good. Wow, that was a pretty good one. So that would be 37-yard field goal attempts.
37-yard field goal attempt, kind of a line drive kick. Was able to get enough mustard behind it, put it through. That'll put the Warriors up by a touchdown at halftime. Worland Warriors lead the Lander Tigers 10-3. We'll be back after a bit with some halftime stats as the Tigers go to halftime trailing the Warriors here in Worland, 93.1 KFCW.
Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down to Grandma's.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back, Lander Tigers, and welcome back, high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to TetonTherapyPC.com to book your free consultation today.
Back again here at Worland High School, and our halftime score, the Worland Warriors 10 and the Lander Tigers 3. And this has been a pretty even football game as we look at a bank of lights across the way. Yeah, otherwise, it's totally dark over there. Nothing else to see if you're watching on YouTube. The Lander Tigers had 33 yards rushing, 64 yards passing for 97 yards total offense in the first half. The Worland Warriors had 24 yards rushing, 68 yards passing for 92 yards total offense. So there's 5 yards of total offense that separate these two teams here at halftime, and it's been pretty even. Let's take a look at the scoring summary for the first half of play. Worland got on the board first at 4:24 of the first period. As I just mentioned, it was an 8-yard run by Dusanic. The PAT was added by Clark, and it was 7-0 Worland. In the second period, just after the second period started at the 11:20 mark, a 31-yard field goal by Matisse Weaver made the score 7-3 as the Tigers got on the board. And then Worland, as time ran out here at halftime, a 37-yard field goal by Jory Anderson, and that made a one-touchdown lead here at halftime by a 10-3 count. And we'll be back with more from Warrior Field, Warrior Stadium, after we take.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details, and remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
From the wide open spaces to the canyon near you, Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
Back again at Warrior Stadium in Worland. Our halftime score is Worland 10 and Lander 3. Looking at some of the individual stats, Zach Larvey carried the ball 5 times for 24 yards for the Tigers. Matisse Weaver had 7 carries for 19 yards. And we had we had Harris, Gabe Harris, I beg your pardon, had 2 yards. And that was the total for the Tigers. Brennan Stauffenberg threw the ball 12 times. He had 6 completions, so he was 50% for a total. What did I say that total was? Let me go grab the other sheet of paper here. We have an unusual situation where our table is really, really uneven, so we have everything glued down. Let's see, he had 64 yards in total passing here in the first half of play. And the receivers, Gwynna caught 2 for 23 yards total. Harris caught 1 for 12. Brown caught 1 for 8. Larvey caught 2 for 23. So we have the same amount of yardage by Zach Larvey as we do by Tisso Gwynna, and then Harris with 12 and Brown with 2. One return, Tisso had a 6-yard return on one play. For the Worland Warriors, the quarterback Weber has a negative 6 yards. He's been sacked a couple of times. Carver had 5 carries for 20 yards, and Dosanis had 3 carries for 10 yards. Not much rushing yardage at all for the Worland Warriors. All their yardage came on through the air. And Weber only missed 1 pass in the first half. He was 7 for 8 for 68 yards. Receiving, Dosanis had 2 for 16. Anderson had 4 for 43, and Harper 1 for 9. Anderson also had a 19-yard kickoff return, and Carver had a 7-yard return. Penalties, the Worland Warriors have been penalized a total of 4 times for 20 yards, and the Lander Tigers had a couple of big ones. They were penalized once for 15, once for 20, and once for 21 yards, so that's 41, and that's 56 yards in penalties, Josh, and I know that Coach John Scott is not going to be happy with that. They were all major penalties. Yeah, definitely not. You know, that's something that the Tigers are trying to strive for, improving on, is those the unforced errors, so to speak, in football. Those penalties that, you know, especially the one where it was a personal foul, hitting the quarterback after he gave himself up and he was sliding. That's just uncalled for. You know, that is just something that is the easiest thing to avoid. As soon as you see him even attempt to slide, just don't even go close to him. Doesn't matter whether you're in Pee-wee, high school, college, or the NFL. As soon as you see that quarterback give himself up, don't even get close to him. You don't have to touch him. He's down as soon as he initiates the slide. It's not one of those where, like, you know, I don't think it's in high school where you can advance the ball if you drop down. But, you know, in the NFL, the guy makes an interception or makes a completion, he hits the ground, nobody touches him, he's still alive. Well, that doesn't count in high school and college. No, when you're down, you're down. Yeah, as soon as you make contact with the grass, you're down, especially if you're the quarterback that is sliding and giving himself up. It just, you know, it's one of those things that couples with a slow start on offense for the Tigers, which is definitely going to be key to the second half. Again, like you saw against Evanston, you throw the wide receivers out wide, kind of that 4-minute, 2-minute drill where they're trying to get plays in quick succession. They push that tempo, and suddenly Stauffenberg does pretty good. He's got good accurate passes. He hits those quick timing routes, and they get good, consistent gains. Now, you also saw it looks like the Tigers are winning a little bit of the ground game, which they didn't have against Powell and they didn't have against Evanston. Push off of that. I think your game plan for the second half, use the pass off of the run. You hit the ball up the middle, first down, second down, third down, hit that play action pass. Use the run to set up the pass. If it comes to a point where you got second and long, third and long, do the same thing that the Warriors are doing. Do that little bit of run-pass option, throw it back in their face. Just something that the Tigers need to do. It looks like they are gaining the upper hand on the line. Saw good pressure on the quarterback there. They were getting good reads on the edge to shut down that run-pass option. And for the Tigers secondary, they need to get back to covering the receivers for the Warriors, because unfortunately they've been wide open, whether it was man-to-man or it was zone defense. And that quarterback for the Warriors, I think he's still got right around that 76% completion rating. Yeah, well, I tell you what, in the first half, Ward threw 7 of 8 pass completions. So that's not too bad. And the two teams, as you see, are back on the field here at Warrior Stadium. It's a pleasant night. The flag is limp on the flagpole, so we won't mention the W word at all. And the two teams are getting ready for their second half. Patrick Sweeney has talked to his team, and John Scott talked to his team.
State to the other. Over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness knows what it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org.
Back again at Worland's Warrior Stadium, where the Warriors have a 7-point lead over the Lander Valley Tigers, 10-3 here. They got that field goal, 37-yard field goal, just as time expired in the first half. And so they will now get the ball to start the second half. So a little bit of mo on the side of the black-clad Warriors. We didn't give you the color report yet. The Warriors are wearing all black uniforms with pink undersheets. They have black helmets with a white spear on them. The sideline folks are all wearing pink shirts, as this is Cancer Awareness Night here at the Warriors Stadium. Lander Tigers are in their traveling green pants, their white jerseys with green numbers trimmed in black, and black helmets. So the Tigers are going to come out. Matisse Weaver will put the football down at the 40-yard. He gets it from the official right now. And then going deep, we have Jory Anderson, and we have the Dochanis young man, Brock Dosanis. And they're back about the at the beginning of the game, Josh, if you remember, they lined up about the 10. And after the first couple of kicks by Weaver, they've moved back to the goal line now.
I have a feeling Weaver's going to punch this one through the back of the end zone again. Not even giving him a chance.
Onside kick, and it goes to the Worland Warriors. Well, the Tigers tried an onside kick as Weaver went back to get in punt position. Garrett Cole jumped on the ball as it went just far enough. Well, that was a surprise, but it gives the Warriors great field position at their own 47-yard line.
Good situational awareness there by the up man of the Warriors. One of those where you're lined up thinking it's going to get kicked, and you got to keep on your toes.
There's Weber, long pass, down court, it's caught by Dusanis. Dusanis to the house, touchdown, Worland.
Quick pass, quick score. One play drive, just 15 seconds off the clock here in the second half rather. And the Warriors are ahead 16-3. Looks like that receiver just beat his man in the slot. Weber saw him open, saw they had the step, gave it just the right amount of touch to go over the defender's outreaching hand. Easy pitch and catch for the long touchdown of 53 yards for the Warriors.
15-3 now. The point after by Anderson is long enough, high enough, and it is good enough. And it's now Worland 17, Lander 3.
High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, get me all ready for the day.
Down to earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down, Grandma's.
Back again after the onside kick failed by Lander, and then Worland scores on the very next play with a 53-yard pass play to Dusanis, Brock Dusanis. Here's the kickoff by Anderson. High end-over-end kick. It's going to come down. And with the ball, I believe, is whom? It's Brown. Jonah Brown
About a 19-yard
with the return. Nice return by Brown on the play. So the Tigers will get the ball first down and 10 yards to go now. They're at their own 32-yard line. So first down, 10 to go for the Tigers. They now trail 17-3. Well, let's see how the Tigers can respond. As you heard in the pregame show, Coach did not like getting behind so early, and here they've dug themselves into another hole again, Coach John Scott. Here's the handoff. Oh, we could have had a face mask that time, but I don't think it was called, as the runner was Matisse Weaver, and he didn't get anywhere. No gain.
Matisse Weaver, unfortunately, there was no push on the offensive line from the Tigers on the near side. Looks like he was trying to bounce it outside, but there was no edge block set there by the near side offensive lineman, so he was wrapped up for no gain. Will make it 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
All right, in the gun. Trips on the right side. One man in the backfield. In the gun. Here's the play. He's chased off to the right side. Long pass down court. Downfield is out of bounds. Incomplete.
That's a good job by Stauffenberg. He sensed the pressure coming from his blind side as he rolled to his right. And unfortunately, the Warriors are doing a good job at breaking off their routes as they're covering the receivers, whether it's man or in zone. They're covering their assignments really well and not letting the Tigers kind of improvise and be able to get those long extended pass plays.
Stauffenberg has completed 6 out of 14 passes. He's going back to pass again. There's a pass to Larvey. Larvey's got a little bit of running room across the 40, and a flag goes down.
That's going to be a block in the back by the lineman of the Tigers. That was a good job setting up the screen. Unfortunately, doing a block that was not necessary. If you hit him from the side, that's fine. But if you're pushing on his back plate where the numbers are at, you're going to get flagged on that every time.
Yeah, block in the back is the call, and it'll go against the Tigers from the spot of the foul. So
that's the second or third block in the back they've had this game.
Yeah, it is. When your running back goes past you, stop blocking. You don't need to. So the penalty moves the ball all the way back down to the 25-yard line on the penalty.
3rd and 17.
And that makes a real long third down play for the Tigers. Stauffenberg, Larvey in the backfield. Back to pass. There's a quick pass on the far side, and it doesn't get anything. It's dropped. It was intended for Gwynn. It was so low, it hit him right at the tennis shoe tops.
You know, Stauffenberg's got a huge arm. I don't know what happened on that one. You would think that with those missiles that you see him throw downfield, that he would have more than enough arm to set up the screen for the wide receiver in the flat. Unfortunately, he threw that one about 3 yards short as it bounced to Weaver to make it 4th and 17 for the Tigers.
Brennan has thrown 5 consecutive incomplete passes. Here's Weaver's punt. It goes to Jory Anderson at the 43-yard line. And a fair catch called. And so Worland now in great field position again. They're winning the field position battle here tonight, Josh.
They are indeed. The Tigers, I think their average starting positions right about between their 18 and their 20-yard line. For the Warriors, I would say theirs is probably about at least the 30, maybe the 35.
Well, the Tigers have had starts at the 20, the 14, the 20, the 23, the 15, and the 32. So, yeah, they've been back in their own end of the field all night. One man in motion, and the pass, long pass downfield. It's caught and dropped.
Ooh, that was a good timed hit there by Chase Leclerc. He was beat on the route. He didn't give up on it. He came after him, and right as the receiver caught the ball, he wrapped his mitts around him, punched that ball out. Good chase down there by Chase Leclerc, saving the Tigers of another big pass play. Be 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
That's only the second incomplete pass thrown by Weber tonight. So they're still at the 42-yard line. 2nd down, 10 yards to go. There's the snap, and the pass goes on the far side to Dusenis. Dusenis has got a lane. He breaks free across the 50 to the 40 and out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
About 20 on the play.
Tell you what, just like in the first half, the edge block set by the Warriors have been absolutely incredible. That time on that pass play, it was number 80. Is that Liam?
Oh, yeah, Liam.
Hamler?
Liam Harper.
Harper. Trying to read in the dark here. Liam Harper had a good set block that leapt his receiver there for the first down.
Well, they put it back on the ground again. Not much going there for Worland as they pick up a couple of yards. 9:42 to go on the third period. 17-3, Worland with the lead.
Warriors going with the hurry-up offense here.
There's the fake. Pass to Dusenis. Dusenis again makes the cut on the sideline down to the 29-yard line and out of bounds. Nice pickup on the play. It's going to be about 9 yards.
Warriors are doing a really good job of setting up those screens where the running back goes in motion. He goes behind the quarterback, kind of sits there, and then goes out in the flat. Quarterback gives it to him in the backfield. So if the receiver doesn't make that catch, it is still a live ball.
And there's the run over to the far side. They only needed 1. They got 8. First down, Worland. And tell you what, Josh, you've called it right that the sideline is not working for the Tiger defense.
No, definitely not. The Warriors are definitely winning the game, setting the edge. And that was just your old school speed option play. Running back going alongside the quarterback. It gave him the pitch route. And he was able to get to the perimeter, get to the edge, make that corner, and get the line to gain for the Warriors. It'll be 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Here comes Weber. He's in the gun. And the handoff, Tiger defense read that one. The play was slow getting started, and getting caught in the backfield was Carver.
And there was a pack of Tigers there. The first one to get there was 58. Spacing his name, too. I need to do better at memorizing the roster.
Ernesto Calabres.
Yes, I will work on that for you next week, fans. I promise. Able to get tackle for loss for the Tigers. See if they can continue that here in the second half.
Second down, they need 13 yards. Dusanis in motion, back to pass Weber into the end zone. It is knocked away.
Oh.
Great defensive player. That would have been 6.
That was a great job. I
number 37, Matisse Weaver.
believe. Yeah,
that was Weaver.
Matisse.
Yeah, coming from his middle linebacker position, he was covering that man in the slot. This time, he didn't get beat like he did on that first play of the second half where it was a 53-yard touchdown. He was able to get just enough of a paw out there to break that one up. Good defensive play. It's going to make it 3rd and double sticks for the Warriors.
14 to go. The line of gain they need is inside the 10. In the gun. Twin receivers on the left. There's a sack by the Tigers, and the ball gets away. Oh, they're going to call it down by contact.
Oh, my goodness. That defender for the Tigers was completely untouched. He did not get picked up whatsoever. Weber barely got the ball. Larvey came through there like a bull in a china shop, wrapped him up almost as soon as he got the ball. Weber looked surprised, like, where did he come from? Tigers all of a sudden are winning the game inside the trenches.
Well, the Tigers need a spark, Josh, and
Definitely.
That might have given them. They're going to try another. No, they're not. They're going to go for it, 4th and 25. And Weber, another quick kick. It's going to go into the end zone, I think.
Ooh, keep rolling.
Whoa.
Keep rolling. Did they get it?
They downed it. No,
Nope.
It went into the end zone.
He got close, but I think his foot touched the line right as he was grabbing the ball. But again, like we called it, that little pooch punt by the quarterback, one of those that you'll see when you're kind of in that gray area where it's too short to punt it and a little bit too long for a field goal, but also too long for you to try and go for it on 4th down and get the first down. And this time it almost,
no, they're saying it was downed. He gave the motion, the signal for a touchback.
Yeah,
and
that
now
was.
They're putting it at the 1. There's a big discussion down there with the referee and the umpire.
He gave the touchback signal. I don't know why they're down on this at the 1.
Oh, well, we now have the Tigers at the 1-yard line. Boy, their back is really against the shadow of the goalpost there.
Ball is down on the Lander 1-yard line.
So the officials changed their call, and the Tigers have it 1st and 10, 7:14 to go. They trail by 2 touchdowns. It's 17-3, and the Tigers need to be careful here. They don't need a 3rd touchdown by Worland. So here they come, out of the line of scrimmage, out of the huddle, up to the line. And it's Stauffenberg, whistle.
Is that going to be a delay game?
Is that a delay? Let's see.
Too many men on the
field? Illegal motion. Somebody moved, so, well, they're going to, half the distance to the goal, Josh, is going to be a football length.
If that.
So the Tigers are penalized again. Okay, here comes Stauffenberg up to the line of scrimmage. They're at their own half-yard line. Handoff goes to Matisse Weaver. No, that was Zach Larvey. I'm sorry. Zach Larvey carries it out to the
Larvey for a gain of about 1.
2-yard line. So they're now at the 2.
Josh Rose and Aaron Carver on the tackle.
This is one of those times where your playbook is very, very small. The only thing you're going to call is a quick run up the gut. If there's a cutback lane, take it, but only if it's open.
Okay, here's the pass downfield. It is,
no.
Tisso Guina was open, and he's bending over and touching the grass. That would have been 6, Josh, but it hit him right where you don't want it to hit him, right in his hand.
Yeah, exactly. That was, just go ahead and go against exactly what the color guy said. I said run up the middle. Oh, no, we're going to throw a pass. And it beautifully played. Just a slant route in the slot. He was wide open. Unfortunately, he was looking for the big picture play before he got the ball secured in his hands.
Larvey in the backfield. Now he moves up in the slot. In the gun is Stauffenberg. There's another pass, and it is incomplete right off the hand of Gwynna again.
Pass is incomplete.
Looks like that was
Oh,
Jace
no.
LeClaire.
That
on
was
that
Jace
one.
LeClaire
Yeah.
on that one. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Back-to-back pass plays, just quick 3-step drop, timing routes, put right where they needed to be. Unfortunately, the receivers, I don't know if they're hearing footsteps and they're scared of getting hit or what, but it's going right in their hands, right in the chest where it needs to be. They can't be dropping the ball like that when it's put it perfect. That's not on Stauffenberg at all.
Last 7 passes have not been caught, either by the receiver or here's the punt. Oh, it's going to be really, really short. Anderson takes it at the 35-yard line, and he's going to get back to the 25. The ball is loose, and the Tigers recover.
I tell you what, Tissot Gwynna just made up for his drop pass. It would have been a first down. He got his paw in there, went for the strip. That ball popped out. You might as well just call that a 35-yard pass play on that one. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They're going to be at about the 38-yard line. Looks like, is there another penalty going on?
Well, we have a discussion with the officials at about the 25, and they're pointing backwards toward Lander. There's the pink flag at the 22.
Oh, yep.
And let's see what the call is going to be. And it's going to be against Lander. Is it after the play? Or let's see. They're not giving us a call yet, so let's wait and see what the call is going to be. Let's not speculate here. 6:24 to go. Now the referee is going over to talk to the Tigers. Is it against Worland?
I don't know. There's a bunch of the Worland players that were backing up as if it was against them. But the big thing is if it is against the Tigers and it was before this strip, that should give Worland the ball back.
The ball, yeah. So John Scott is getting an explanation from the umpire. And now we might get an explanation. We have a block in the back. Is declined.
So it was against Worland.
Oh, it was against Worland.
Yeah.
So
behind the scoreboard, please turn your headlights off.
So we have the Lander Tigers with the football at the 38-yard line. 6:24 to go, 17-3. Someone over there behind the scoreboard has got their lights on. Their car lights, and it's they're asking them to turn it off. Okay, under center. Here's Stauffenberg. Handoff goes to Larvey or Weaver? Larvey. Larvey gets it. He moves it up to the 40-yard line for about 2 yards on the gain. He now has 7 carries for 26 yards. Clock continues to roll here. Third period, it's a 2-touchdown lead by the Warriors. Both teams come into this game 1-2 records, but this is the first conference game. Stauffenberg drops back, rolls to his right. He's caught from behind. Down he goes.
Yeah, it's looking like he was trying to get one to uncork it downfield. Unfortunately, there was good coverage by the defense of the Warriors. Didn't quite sense that pressure from behind. Good chase down sack by the edge rusher of the Warriors. I believe it was either 66 or 62.
Loss of a yard. And 5:22. Clock is still moving. Tigers better hurry here. They might get a delay. Stauffenberg in the gun. Gwynna moves to the tight end position alongside of him.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's an interesting format here we have. There's a pass in the middle. It's caught. Caught by Brown. Brown gets close to the first down across the 45-yard line.
I believe that was Weaver.
27, Gabe Harris.
Or Harris. 27.
Oh, I'm sorry, 27, not 17. Okay, so Harris gets the call. That's the first completion in 8 attempts. And that was a 7-yard pass to Harris.
That was an interesting audible. They went from out wide and brought everybody in tight, and they still went out on the quick out route.
Tigers are going to go for it, and it's going to be very, very close. I think they've got the first down, Josh.
I think so. We got just enough push On the second effort, looks like they're marking it first down by about half a yard. Good job there by the Tigers, hurrying up on the offense, giving it to just a quick run up the gut, getting good pressure to get the line to gain.
And that was Weaver who made that play, who made the carry. So now Tissot Gwinna is split out far on the left side. Under center, there's the handoff. Weaver gets it again, and he gets a couple of yards before he's downed. And the coach of the Worland Warriors is livid. He is screaming at the official on the far side, or on the near side here. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Nobody's covering Gwinna for the second play in a row on the near side. You've got the single high safety, but he's clear in the middle of the field.
3:36 to go under center. Stauffenberg takes a three-step drop. Ball's knocked away. Nice defensive play that time by 53, Ty Harris. He's the left defensive end, and he got that down. So that goes for incomplete. Third down now. 7 yards to go. 3.5 minutes left.
Stauffenberg needs to look over to his left to Gwinna. That safety keeps keying inside. He'll be open.
Back, rolls to his right. Play action, passes in the ground at the 40-yard line. Big rush on Stauffenberg.
He just threw that one away, trying to avoid the sack.
Fourth down now for the Tigers, and they're going to have to punt it away again. 3.5 minutes to go here, 3:25. Weaver goes back to about the 37-yard line to make the punt. We have Jory Anderson and let's see, Carver. No, not Carver. That's number 3. Carter. Carter Clark is back there. It's a good snap, and it's a line drive, and it goes to Carter. No, that's Anderson, and he's at the 20 and knocked out of bounds. And the Tiger defenders does a good job of keeping him up and not. The Tigers didn't need another penalty there. So it goes to the 21, and that's where Worland takes over.
Yeah, good form tackle there by Jace Leclerc, able to get past the up man that was trying to set the edge block to give the returner the lane there on the perimeter. Able to get past it, wrap him up, corralled him out of bounds, and like you said, instead of throwing him down after he escorted him out of the boundary, he kept him up and just let him go.
Just let him go. Twin receivers off to the left side, a single on the right side. Dusenis in motion. Pass comes this way, incomplete.
That was a good defensive rush on the edge there by Coivapalo. He was able to get his mitts up, saw that he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback. They're trying to throw the quick out route to the receiver in the slot, put his paw up, knocked it to the ground, and that'll be 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
Had a nice chat with Coivapalo and Jace Leclerc before the game as the Tiger bus had just parked, and kids were coming out to go check out the field, and we exchanged greetings and wished them good luck. Okay, here we go. Twin receivers, Anderson in motion, and the handoff goes to the second man through, and that is 34, Carver.
Carver on the carry.
Makes
no gain on the play.
Maybe. No, there's no gain on the play. So it's back at the 21-yard line, and Carver gets 0 on that play.
I tell you what, Jace Leclerc has had his mitts all over this game today. He's had several big tackles. I believe he had a tackle for loss and maybe at least half a sack on that one as he's come up big on defense for the Tigers.
Turnover here would be good for Lander if they can manage that. Here's the snap, and the handoff goes to the left side. There's a little bit of running room. Again, they try that jet sweep, and that's Carver. Knocked out of bounds by Gwinna. Also there for the Tigers was Coivapalo.
Tissot Gwinna there as the Tigers had a whole host of them there escorting the running back out of bounds. They realized that they had enough coverage to cover the line to gain. Another one of those where you just want to keep the play in front of you. You want to stop him before the line to gain, but you also don't want to be too aggressive to where he gets past you and gets that first down. Good form tackle by Gwynna. That'll make it a 3-and-out for the Warriors, and they'll be forced to punt.
Here's the punt by Anderson. A side kick. It bounces at the 40. Takes a Lander roll, and stops at the 42-yard line. No return on that one, so that's where the Tigers will have it. First down, 10 yards to go, 2:17 to go in the third period. Josh, the Tigers need to get some offense going here.
Tigers need to get something going to where they are able to sustain a drive, get it past midfield in the Worland territory, and see if they can at least get a field goal. I know with the clock running here towards the end of the third quarter, being down by 2 scores, you want to get that touchdown. But at this point, I mean, you had the big back-to-back defensive plays. You had the strip on the punt return. You need something big to spark on the offense, get some points.
Yeah, this is eerily similar to the Evanston game last week. There's the handoff. First man through Larvey. Nothing doing. He's going to lose a yard.
Tell you what, there was nobody on the near side for the Tigers that got any sort of block. One thing that we mentioned last week with that hybrid 3-4 offense, or defense rather, sorry, that Evanston ran last week, Worland looks like they're doing just a regular 3-4 offense, as it looks like they're sending one of those linebackers up on the line now. Might be rushing off the edge.
There's the handoff, goes straight up the middle. Good rush, first down Tigers. Larvey found the hole on the right side and made him pay.
Larvey saw the lane on the outside, quick cut, put his left foot down hard, shifted to the right side. Tigers did a good job setting the edge that time. Larvey saw it. He had a good burst of speed. 1st and 10 for the Tigers right at midfield.
Hash mark, far side in the gun. Handoff goes right straight up the middle. And that will be down to the 45-yard line. So that's another one by Larvey. And I want to let you know that the Lander Tigers just crossed the 50-yard line. And let's see, on that last play, yeah, Lander crossed the 50. And Wyoming AARP reminds you that good things happen after 50. Go to their Facebook page to learn more. Here's Stauffenberg, passes caught. And that reception is going to go to Brown, Jonah Brown.
Jonah Brown making the good adjustment with his body, putting his hands up. That pass was a little bit overthrown, but I'll give Stauffenberg some credit. He had receivers on either side of him. He put it in the only spot where either Brown was going to catch it or nobody else was. That'll make it 3rd and short as we get towards the end of the third quarter.
And Larvey is picking up yardage. He now has 39 yards on the ground. In the gun again, 18 seconds to go. Third period of play. Tigers trail by 2, and we have someone jumping offside, and it's going to go against Worland.
And that'll be a free first down for the Tigers.
Free first down for the Tigers. Goes down to the 36-yard line on the penalty. And Worland has had quite a few penalties this year, but they've all been the 5-yard variety. They've had 30 yards in penalties, and they've all been short 5-yard affairs. Okay, we're down, and that's the end of the third period of play. And after 3, Worland 17, the Lander Valley Tigers 3.
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
Back again, the Worland Warriors are lining up. They have the Lander Tigers, I'm sorry, 1st and 10 on that penalty. There's the pitch to Weaver. Weaver finds a little bit of a lane, Josh, and goes down close to the 30-yard line. That'll be a nice pickup of about 5 or 6.
You know, there was a little bit of a bobble there by Stauffenberg on the reception of the snap. It was just a little bit too high. It looks like there's a Worland player that's down, one of the linemen. A little bit of a bobble there. The snap was a little bit high. Stauffenberg had a bit of an issue with bringing that one in. The Tigers had good push on the offensive line there in the middle where the tailback was looking to go. Had there not been that issue, I think the running back for the Tigers may have been and would have had enough for a first down.
Well, coming off the field now, let's see who that would be. Is that Darren Carver?
Yeah, it looks like it's 65.
Oh, it's 65? We don't have one of those on the roster. We have a 62, 66, Lentich, and a 52 Peterson. Well, the Tigers come out now, 11:43 to go in the game. They need scores, and they need them fast here to get back in this one. The clock ran out on them in Evanston when they were trying to make their comeback. And now here's a pass by Stauffenberg, and it goes nowhere. He had to rush it, and boy, he got racked up pretty good there on the tackle afterwards.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was a little bit of miscommunication there between him and the receiver. It looks like he's just trying to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Lucky that the receiver was still somewhat in the vicinity. That could have been pretty close for a intentional grounding.
But as it was, it fell incomplete in an area where there were no defenders. So clock stops at 11:38. Calling the play. Goes back. Rolls to his right. Reverses direction. He's in trouble. He gets away. Throws all the way down in the end zone. Touchdown! Tusso Gwena.
Oh, my goodness. Stauffenberg just pulled a Houdini. I thought for sure he was going to get a sack lunch on that one. Did a little bit sidestep. The Warrior defenders hit each other like, where'd he go? And look downfield. There's Tusso Gwena wide open in the end zone. He didn't drop this one. He held that one. Tigers, big play on the sack avoidance by Stauffenberg. Throwing it right to Tusso Gwena, who walked in the end zone with no issue. Tigers down by 1 score here in the 4th quarter.
Here's Matisse Weaver to attempt the extra point. Stauffenberg on the hold. Kicking toward the south end zone. The snap, the kick, it's up, it's high enough, and it is good. So the Tigers get back in the game, and it comes with 11:27 to go in the game. It's 17-10.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds, and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up. I think the world needs more cowboys.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Back at Warrior Stadium, the Tigers have narrowed it to a 1-touchdown deficit. It's now 17-10, and as you said, Stauffenberg made that Houdini move and got the ball to a wide open Tissot Gwina in the end zone for the TD.
I'm going to have to go back and watch the stream when I get home just to see how exactly he got out of that.
Okay, Matisse Weaver tees it up at the 40-yard line, approaches it, and bingo, high end over end kick it, and it goes at the 2-yard line, and it's Anderson returning it out to the 22, 23-yard line. So it'll be a nice 20-yard return.
Out to about the 24.
So it'll be a 20-yard return by Anderson.
Ooh, looks like Tissot Gwina has a cramp over on the far side. Hopefully it's just a cramp.
Yeah, he's down on the side over there. 11:22 to go, and now the trainer is coming out for the Tigers.
And I tell you what, that last time,
Paige Nolan,
the last play for the Tigers that ended up giving them a touchdown, we were talking about they needed a spark on the offense.
And there it
well,
was.
Leave it up to the quarterback to provide that spark. He was, talk about police coming into your door saying, don't go anywhere, we have you surrounded. Well, that's exactly what the Warriors had with Stauffenberg. And he goes, hold my water bottle and watch this. All of a sudden he gets through and Gwina is wide open, and he made sure to look this one in and not drop it like he did with the one in the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, he's up now and walking off. They did little stretches out there on his legs, so cramping a little bit. It was a little warmer earlier. It's kind of cool right now here in Worland. 17-10, the Warriors have it. First down, 10 yards to go, and they're at the 24-yard line. They've got twin receivers on the left, single on the right. Full house look in the back. Now we have a man in motion, and the carry goes to Anderson, I believe. Let's see his number when he gets up there. They had 3 guys in the backfield.
Carver up the middle.
No, it's Carver. Carver gets it. And he gets about 2 yards on the play.
That was a good stick there by Dollard on the tackle. Carver taking his time getting it up. I think that one stung a little bit. It's just good form tackle. Tigers are doing a good job covering the inside on those option plays, either whether it's RPO or just a draw.
Trips now on the right side. In the gun is Weber, and the Tigers jump offside.
Somebody flinched.
Yep, somebody flinched, and that would it's going to go against Tigers.
Yeah.
So that'll be a 5-yard march off here. And Lander's first penalty in the fourth quarter, it's only 5 yards. Oop, that's the wrong team.
Encroachment by Lander brings up second and 3
encroachment. The Tigers have one in the fourth quarter for 5 yards, and they've got about 50 yards in penalties right now. So it's 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Weber takes off. He's got the first down. He slides down at the 40-yard line.
Oh, getting close again for that penalty. 44 on defense for the Tigers. He was doing his best to try and avoid him, but he still kind of dove after him after he gave himself up. I don't care if you have to stop on a dime or absolutely just hurdle yourself and do a somersault over the quarterback. Don't even go in the direction as soon as you see him give himself up.
13-yard carry by Weber. It's a first down, 10 yards to go, and the Tigers jump again.
Man, I don't know what the deal is. I mean,
offside Lander.
Weber must be doing a really good job with his hard count. There's not a whole lot of crowd noise. There hasn't been, except for a couple key plays, especially with Worland on offense. I mean, whatever he's doing with that hard count, the either change of inflection in his voice or maybe he's going with a clap to signal the center to hike the ball.
That's the second time he's got him on this drive. There's the clap. Weber rolls out to the left side. Now he takes off running. He's got the first down across the 50 and slides down again at the 45 in Lander territory.
Weber's doing a good job making the adjustment. On the first half, you saw when he didn't have his first option and his second option on the receivers that he kind of just roamed around in circles trying to look for somebody in the flat, where now he's taking it himself. He's got a good little bit of speed.
Tiger D needs to stiffen up here. One man in motion is DeSantis. He stops, reverses direction, comes back set alongside the quarterback. Now Anderson moves over to the right side. They're taking a lot of time here, these plays. Now DeSantis back in motion. Weber looking to pass, and this time he's caught. No! Wow, and he got a face mask, Josh.
Oh, Jace LeClaire just lit him up. You probably heard the crowd have a reaction as well as me. I don't know if he hit him in the face mask or they're just going after him for hitting him high, like a targeting maybe. I'm not sure.
It's face mask against the Tigers. So they're going to mark off the from the 50-yard line where the tackle was made.
And there is a good bit of Tiger fans here, and they are not happy with that call. I think the signal that the ref gave was maybe a horse collar.
No, it was definitely.
I saw him tug more like on his collar.
Well, maybe
like it was a horse collar, but either way.
It's a first down for Warland at the Tiger 34-yard line.
34-yard
by
line,
penalty.
Automatic first down.
Okay, so here we go. Warland on the drive again. Just 8:53 to go in the game. Weber in the gun. Looks over at Sweeney, Patrick Sweeney, who gives him the call. First conference game of the year. Rolls out the pass to DeSantis. He's got it. He's on the far side and rolled out of bounds after about 6 yards.
Jace LeClaire read that play. He saw that it's going to be that little RPO option pass out to the flat to the running back. He was able to shed the blocker of the Warriors just trying to keep him inside and was able to force that player out of bounds sooner than he wanted to. Jace LeClaire with that big hit on the quarterback. Unfortunately, there was a penalty to go along with it. But at this point, I would put him as the Mama's player of the game.
Yeah, really had a great hit. Here's the snap. And it goes on the near side with it is Carver. Carver crosses the 30 down to about the 27 or 28. No, it's going to be further than that. It's going to be the 27. So that'll be 3 yards on the game, on the gain by Carver.
On the tackle for the Lander Tigers.
Third down, 3 to go. Clock is ticking. Tigers need to get a 3 and out here on this last first down. That wouldn't be a 3 and out though. It'd be like a 12 and out. Okay, there's the snap. Weber back to pass, takes a deep drop, throws on the near side, wide open, down to the 20-yard line. And it's LeClaire again who makes the tackle, and it's Carter Clark. So the first down, that gives 8 yards again.
Clark was able to work his way out into the flat. The Tigers were in a zone defense. Unfortunately, they didn't have anybody covering that flat zone. Easy first down for the Warriors.
7:26 to go. Weber looks to the sideline to his coach, Patrick Sweeney. Sweeney gives him a hand signal, 2 hand signals. Now he points to the ground, puts his 2 fists together. Let's see what this play is. And it's a quick shot over to Anderson, and Anderson at the 15-yard line. Knocked out of bounds there by Matisse Weaver.
Got Weaver and Jace LeClaire over there. LeClaire coming out of his linebacker position. He's been in the backfield for tackles for loss. He's been there for a sack. He's had a couple big defensive plays as well as, I believe he may have had a catch on the offense as well. He's just been all over the place trying to do everything he can to try and keep this a 1-score game for the Tigers.
They trail 17-10. Here's Weber. He moves off to the right side, tries a little sweep. He gets away into the end zone. Touchdown.
Weber looking to his right. Looks like he's trying to find that quick little out route again, and it was covered. He saw the lane in front of him, and he took the ball into the end zone, getting past Weaver, who was after him. Another touchdown for the Warriors as it makes it 23-10, as there's another Tiger down on the field, getting a little help there. That's Jonah Brown that's having a little bit of an issue. 6:42 left in the fourth quarter. Warriors take a 13-point lead, depending on what happens on the PAT attempt.
And lining up for the PAT is Carter Clark. The kick is good.
So after that, 6:42 remaining in this ball game. Tigers trail the Warriors 24-10. We'll be back with more Tiger football here in 93.1 KFCW, as well as on WYO Today YouTube page.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Well, it's just what John Scott did not want to happen. The Worland Warriors got out early, and they've kept the lead. They led by 7 at halftime, and they've scored 2 touchdowns since then. The Tigers have been able to respond only once with 1 touchdown. So it's 24-10, the same 14-point margin they had at the end of the third period of play. And now Anderson is moving the ball way over on the right hash now to do the kickoff from there instead of center of the field. Tigers need to score, as they say, early and often in this one to get back in it. They're trailing 2 touchdowns with only 6:42 to go. Here's Anderson with the kick, and it's a line driver, and it bounces, and it's picked up at the 3-yard line. And running on that side is Gwynna, and Gwynna falls forward to about the 24. So it'll be a nice return of 22 yards by Gwynna. And
sorry, go ahead.
Yep, that's it.
Tigers need to go ahead. They've still got all 3 timeouts. If they're able to go down, have a quick score, and get a good defensive hold, they'd be able to hold those timeouts, maybe get the ball back somewhere in the 2 to 3 minute range. Have a good opportunity to tie this game up towards the end, but right now they got to do a quick drive for a quick score.
1 man in the slot, 2 split out wide. The flanker, there's the pass to Matisse Weaver. Weaver's got a first down. He's still going at the 40-yard line, down to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Boy, he dragged those Warrior defenders for about 10 extra yards. Good call on the screen pass there as the Warrior interior lineman rushed straight towards Stauffenberg. Stauffenberg kept his poise, and he gave a good little pitch pass to Weaver on the screen. The linemen were out in front of him as just a convoy, and the one way to beat the blitz is a screen pass to the outside.
A nice gain on the play. There's the handoff, and it goes straight up the gut again. Tigers are alternating that kind of play call as Weaver took it again.
We were taking it right up the gut. Tigers are being methodical, but they aren't just staying with just one element in their offense. You saw the screen pass as well as the straight up run. Good positive gain. It's going to be about 2nd and 6.
Back in the gun Long pass down court to Gwynna. First down, Tigers down at the 42-yard line.
Tissot Gwynna keeping those legs turning, not wanting to stop, fighting for those extra yards. That pass takes him across midfield. Tigers are on Warrior territory as there's only been a minute that's come off the clock so far in this drive. Quick 3 plays, 2 first downs. That's exactly what Tigers need.
And that's exactly what the coach is dialing up here. Lander just passed that 50-yard line, and AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, go to the AARP Facebook page. And there's a good catch, and it's Jace LeClaire. Jace LeClaire, first down and 10, Lander. And did he fumble?
Nope, he was down.
Nope, he was down. Okay, down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, he was down by contact. The ball came out after basically the whole bottom half of his body had already touched the ground. Good little pass there in the slot for Jace LeClaire. Tigers are driving. They're just outside the 20-yard line, about to enter the red zone. We got 4:40 left in the fourth quarter. Clock is rolling. Tigers need a quick score and a defensive stop. They'll be right back in this ball game.
Okay, here we go. Stauffenberg in the gun. Weaver alongside of him. Gwynna in motion to the left. Handoff to Weaver. Weaver on the left side finds a little bit of running room. He makes the corner. He's down at the 10-yard line and out of bounds. Maybe inside the 5.
Tell you what, that was good, patient running by Weaver. He had a little stagger step hesitation. Looked like he was maybe playing one-on-one in basketball with the isolation play. He did a little crossover, and he beat the defender on the outside. Again, that man we keep talking about, Jace LeClaire, seeing that Weaver was heading that way. Big key block on the perimeter, letting Weaver get around, make it 1st and goal for the Tigers.
They're at the 3-yard line, and a whistle. Timeout. Warland on the play. 4:17 to go. Tigers knocking on the door. They trail by 2 touchdowns.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Warland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton? Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Okay, timeout. I said it was timeout Warland, but it was timeout Lander. I made that mistake. So the Warriors are back now out on defense. Tigers 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. And this pretty important series right here, Josh.
Yeah, Tigers looking to get the quick score. They've had the ball for about a minute or a little over 2 minutes in this drive, trying to make this a 1-score game.
Under center, there's the handoff to Matisse Weaver. He powers his way forward. Not enough for the touchdown. He's right at the goal line. The official has his foot just off the goal line. So it's a 2-yard gain by Matisse Weaver, and it'll be 2nd down and goal.
Tigers hurrying up to the line, trying to sneak it in. Stauffenberg's got it. Looks like he got the push. That's going to be a touchdown for the Tigers.
Touchdown Tigers, Stauffenberg. Oh, and we've got a flag.
A little bit of chippiness going on after that. I don't know if something was said by the Warriors. This penalty will definitely be after the fact, so touchdown will count. It's going to matter whether it's against Warland or Lander to depend if it's on the PAT attempt or on the ensuing kickoff.
So the Stauffenberg gets in, and there was a big discussion. The pink flag went up by the officials. 3:52 to go. Tigers are still in this one, but again, late heroics, and it's against Lander.
No, it's offsetting
Oh,
penalties.
is it offsetting?
Yeah, they did
Oh,
offsetting.
the touching, okay.
Offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct, so they will cancel each other out. Touchdown will count, and basically it's just all for naught. Basically telling everybody just to chill out. It's the first conference game. You know, these teams have kind of become a little bit of conference rivals, so the Tigers will line up, try and make this a 7-point game.
Weaver on the hold by Stauffenberg. The snap, the kick is good. So we go to 24-17 now, and that's with 3:52 to go in the game.
Tigers, and welcome back high school football fans. After a long summer, it's great to be back to Fremont County sports. Hi, I'm John with Teton Therapy. At Teton Therapy, getting you back out there is what we're all about. We treat everything from back and shoulder pain to brain injuries and strokes, and we get you back to living pain-free. Live your life without pain. Go to tetontherapypc.com to book your free consultation today.
Prices are going up all over. Food prices, fuel prices, tires, oils, you name it. But there's one thing that hasn't gone up. WRTA bus lines will still get you where you need to go in Fremont County for the same low price they've always had. Just $1 one way. How can you beat that? See WRTAbuslines.com for the new fall route schedule. Save hundreds of dollars every month and use the WRTA to travel to and from the Riverton Airport. See WRTAbuslines.com for details. And remember, don't drink and drive, wear your seatbelts, and keep all 4 wheels on the road.
Keep all 4 wheels on the ground. Okay, Matisse Weaver, we've had one onside kick already in the game, Josh. Do you think the Tigers might try it again, or?
I'm thinking you might see that intentional pooch kick in the grid
like we saw in the
there.
Green River game.
Yeah, in the scrimmage. The Green River game.
Yeah, it was Green River. 3:52 to go. Tigers have narrowed it to 7 points. Here's Weaver, and that's a little pooch kit, by golly. And it goes down, and Worland's going to cover it at the 25-yard line.
I think Worland was able to see the tape from that Green River game, or somebody was able to get the heads up on that, because they covered that a lot better than Green River did. 3:51 left in the fourth quarter. Tigers down by a score. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. One thing you want to see on the defense is you need to see that pressure on Weber, but you also need to set a linebacker spy or try to use the edge rushers to contain on the perimeter so he doesn't scamper for those big gains when the defense is coverage on the receivers.
Big series here for the Lander defense. There's Ward rolling on the far side and caught and brought down after a short gain on the play, maybe a couple of yards. A lot of running in the backfield, but not much yardage.
That was a good tackle by Gabe Harris. Again, just like I said, trying to set somebody on the edge. They tried to pull the lineman to come out with him as the escort to try and get him into the second level. Looks like it was a quarterback run the entire time.
Only a yard on the play by Weber.
But that was a good read there by
the Tigers, yeah.
Yeah, 27. Harris, thank you.
Yeah.
Harris.
Okay, back to pass is Weber. He's got a man on the sideline, but he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Be no gain, maybe a loss of a yard on the play. And do we have a player down?
No, that's going to be a timeout by the Tigers.
Oh, timeout. Okay, there we go.
Jonah Brown with the big tackle. Tigers are learning on defense. They're learning from their mistakes. They're reading those passes out in the flat. They're doing a good job getting past the edge block set by the Warriors. They're getting out there, extending the play from sideline to sideline, trying to corral them to either side. Tigers take their second time out of the half. It's going to be 3rd and 10 with just under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Defense looking for a big stop here.
Well, in practice this week, Coach John Scott, of course, we talked about this before in the pregame show. he doesn't like those slow starts that the Tigers are getting, and they had another slow start here today, then come charging near the end of the game. He'd like the Tigers to get out a little faster. So first conference game, they still have 3 more to go here in the East, but some pretty stiff competition. They'll play Douglas at home next week. Douglas really destroying Riverton tonight. 35-0 was the third quarter score at Douglas. Okay, here we go. Weber in the backfield, in the gun, back to pass. Takes a 3-step drop. He is sacked. Great defensive by the Tigers. And let's see who is that who did
35.
it. Was that Larvey or 25?
35.
35. That was Larvey.
Larvey came off the edge. He was able to use the swim move to get around the Warrior defender. Weber had no idea what was coming for him. Big sack, as that was a loss of 10 yards, making it 4th and 20 for the Warriors, deep in their own side of the field. Looks like the Tigers take a timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. We'll be right back after this.
To the canyon near you. Wyoming.com is reaching more homes and businesses than ever before. For more than 25 years, we've aimed to provide the best internet and phone service to meet the needs of our customers all across the great state of Wyoming. Now it's getting even better. Wyoming.com, expanding to an area near you. Wyoming.com. We're out there.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Gatti Rehabilitation.
Okay, we're back at Worland. 2:48 to go in the game. The Tigers have held the Warriors and actually pushed them back about 10 yards. It's 4th down and 20 yards to go from the 14-yard line. Tissaguena is going back, and it'll be Jerry Anderson with the kick from the end zone. And we're ready to go.
See if the Tigers can load up and try and get the block on this. They've almost been close to blocking a couple times.
Oh, it's a very good rush, and it's a Worland bounce across midfield to the 49-yard line, and that's where the Lander Tigers will take it with 2:37 to go.
2:37 to go. I believe they're out of timeouts.
Yeah, they used all 3 on that last series.
Yeah, did what they needed to do to give them plenty of time to go down and drive. Now with this one, you want to make sure and score, but at the same time, you don't want to score too quickly. The Warriors still have all 3 timeouts, so you want to be sure and drive down the field. But with short yardage, you don't necessarily need to go into that quick 2-minute offense. You can still take your time, be methodical about it, and do a good job of keeping possession of the ball and scoring with little to no time left to either tie the game or if you're
There's a flag in the end zone. There's a flag in the end zone I just spotted with the binoculars, and we had a Tiger player who was down cramping, so we have no penalties. They waved off the penalty. I don't know what it was, but Patrick Sweeney didn't like the call, whatever it was. He's out there talking with the umpire, and he's trying to follow him on the field. Now the umpire tells him to go back to the sideline, Patrick. Okay, so he does. Now he turns around and goes back again. He's really jawing at the official. And the penalty is going to be, what are we doing here?
They declined it, so they're going to give the Tigers a ball where the end of that punt
yeah,
was.
where the end was. So that's going to be at the 49-yard line. Now they move it back to the 48. Was the 49. Now they've moved it back to the 48. But it'll be, regardless, it'll be Lander's ball. 2:37 to go in the game. This is the drive of the game for the Tigers. Let's see what they come out with. Nice crowd here tonight. It's Cancer Awareness Night in Worland. A lot of people wearing pink, except for those wearing green.
Yeah, we didn't get the memo.
No, we didn't get the memo on that. Okay, Tigers, 2:37. Ball at the 48-yard line.
Just got a final from Kirk in the studio. Douglas beats Riverton 49-0.
49-zip. Yeah, it's a tough year for the Wolverines. Okay, under center. There's the handoff. Goes on the near side. There's a big gainer by Larvey. It's close to a first down as he crosses midfield. And that last play, the Lander Tigers did cross midfield. And AARP Wyoming wants to remind you good things happen after 50. To see what's going on for folks over 50 in Wyoming, check out AARP Wyoming's Facebook page. So it's an 8-yard scamper that time. Second down, 2 to go. Back to pass. Now he's going to take off running. Heavy pressure, sacked.
Chalk that one up to a coverage sack for the Warriors. Stauffenberg looking and looking and looking, can't find anybody. Unfortunately, everybody was so far downfield he couldn't necessarily just toss it out of bounds to try and avoid the loss. Because there was nobody in the vicinity, he didn't want to risk getting the intentional grounding call. So it will be 3rd and 11 for the Tigers after the sack.
But more importantly, the clock's going to roll here when they get the play set again. And it's rolling, 1:35 to go. Stauffenberg in the shotgun. Stauffenberg gets it, drops back, passes downfield, incomplete, intended for Tiso Gwina.
Yeah, Tiso Gwina as well as 27. Why do I keep forgetting his name? Gabe Harris. Gabe Harris was also in the vicinity for that one. Tigers have no other choice. Down by 7. Less than 2 minutes left. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 11.
4th down, 11 to go. 1:25 left in the game, but that's irrelevant. They have to make a first down or Worland wins the game. Stauffenberg back in the gun. There's the snap. He rolls to his right, throws downfield, caught! First down, Gwina down to the 27-yard line, and the ball comes loose, but it stays with Lander.
That was a good pass play by Stauffenberg. Obviously, Gwina was his first option. He saw him coming across from the far side slot through the middle, cutting through each one of the zones of the zone defense for the Warriors. He sat in a spot where there's nobody there. Stauffenberg putting just the right amount of touch on that pass. Big gain for the Tigers. They're on Warrior territory, 1st and 10 from the Warrior 30-yard line.
That was a big 4th down play for Lander. They're out of timeouts, 1:15 to go. Stauffenberg goes up to the line and calls out a play. There's the snap. Back to pass. Throws in the middle. It's caught. Caught this time by the Tigers, Jonah Brown. And they're going to give him forward progress, Josh, down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard gain.
Tigers picking up the pressure as the clock runs under a minute left.
There's the snap. Back to pass. Stauffenberg in a hurry. Throws downfield. Caught at the 7-yard line. Time out. Lander, 38 seconds to go. Well, I didn't mean time out. I mean the clock stops. He's out at the 7-yard line. Great pass play.
There's that man again, Jace LeClaire. He saw that Stauffenberg was rolling to his right. He came back to him, presented himself. Stauffenberg put it right on the money. LeClaire got both feet down. First down for the Tigers.
And we have stoppage of play.
I think they rolled the clock when it should not have gone because he had it out of bounds, but it looks like there may have been a timeout called as well.
Well, I don't know if Worland if that's a timeout, it was called out by Worland.
Which I don't understand why you would do that unless your defense was completely messed up But I thought that LeClaire was tackled out of bounds, which would make the clock stop until the next play, the next hike of the ball.
Well, it was obvious he went out of bounds.
But
so let's see if the official, the umpire, is going to do anything. He's running over to. He's giving hand signals and not sure what it is.
Looks like they're putting the time back on the clock.
Yeah, I think so. And I can't see his hand signals from here. 2 seconds?
Looks like 32 maybe?
32 seconds,
32
maybe?
seconds. Tried to zoom in with the camera, see what he said.
Yeah.
With the hand signals.
Well, they're still working on the clock, so the Tigers come out after the huddle with John Scott.
Well,
so the officials are timeout, yeah.
I was going to say, they haven't reset the clock yet, guys. Don't jump the gun here.
Yeah, and the Tigers were getting ready to go, and the official had to blow the whistle and say, hey, listen, we've got to adjust the clock. Talking with Patrick Sweeney down there in the sideline. Now there's a second official down there. Scoreboard shows 26.9. We think they're going to add some time.
Yeah, it's somewhere between, I think there is about 37 seconds left after the end of the play, but it's one of those where I'll have to go back and read the rules where I know if you go out of bounds but you're in the process of going backwards, it does not stop the clock. Whereas you go forward momentum as you're going out of bounds, that stops the clock. Whereas they, saying that you went out of bounds on your own instead of getting tackled out of bounds with the backward progression instead of forward. But I don't know. Sweeney better be careful. I've been seeing him John to the umpire most of the night. I don't know how he has at least avoided a warning from the sideline. It looks like they're trying to use the headset of the whirling coaches to pass along the message up into the press box to change the clock to hopefully maybe somewhere between 32 and 35 seconds.
Yeah, we're still waiting. The communication is coming up to the media box here. And no action on the scoreboard clock yet. I hope they know how to reset it. I was at a game once when they didn't know how to reset it, and they had to run it all the way down to 0, put a minute on it, and then run it all the way down to where it was supposed to be. That took like 2 minutes to do. Well, they still haven't added any time on the clock or taken any time away, too. There it goes, 32 seconds. Okay, so we've got a half a minute to go. Lander has it first and goal. And they're at the 6-yard line.
8-yard line.
They're at the 8-yard line. Thank you, Josh. Okay, let's get the glasses on this. Stauffenberg rolls the pass, throws incomplete. Well, I tell you, the pass was too fast, and Gwena hadn't turned around yet.
Yeah, he was trying to hit Gwena on the quick out route. There was good tight coverage by the Warrior defender. Looks like it was straight up man-to-man. Unfortunately, Stauffenberg anticipated the break a little bit too much. Gwena had not even come out of the break and turned around. Had no idea where the ball was at.
Good thing it fell incomplete. Okay. Second down. There's Stauffenberg looking to pass. Throws it in the end zone.
Oh, no.
Wide open on the play that time was Brown. Jonah Brown, but the ball went way over his head. 3rd and goal with 24 seconds to go.
He was wide open on the slant. There was no safety in the end zone. He checked up, came inside. Brown was one-on-one with his defender. Slant route inside. Unfortunately, Stauffenberg, little too juiced through that one, little high and outside.
Okay, 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line, and we've got 24 seconds left in the game. Tigers trail by 7. They're looking to tie here or go ahead. Rolls to his right. There's the throw into the end zone. Overthrows Gwena. Pass was too strong, and it went out of bounds.
Warriors have switched from a zone defense to a man defense here in the red zone, trying to prevent the Tigers from scoring. We've got 8.5 seconds left. It's 4th and goal from the 8-yard line.
That's 18 seconds, isn't it?
No, it's 8.6.
It's 8.6?
No, that is 18, sorry.
Okay, 18 seconds. Well, this is the play of the game.
Right.
Tigers have got to score a touchdown here because if they don't, the game's over. Okay, there's Stauffenberg. Back. The throw is incomplete, and Worland wins the game. Knocked away by the Worland defense, and the final score will be 24-17. There's only 14 seconds left.
Trying to set up the screen pass there on the near side to the running back of the Tigers. Worland defense read it, and they sat there. Good job defending the pass play. It looked like with the amount of guys that were in front of him, was he able to complete that ball? That would have been a touchdown. Unfortunately, Tigers come up a little bit short again in their comeback effort and lose by a touchdown.
And Worland is going to take a knee here. They look like they're in the victory position, and they are, the victory formation. And the clock will run out, and the Worland Warriors go 1-0 in the East 3A Conference, and Tigers go 0-1. Tigers are now 1-3 on the season, and Worland is now 2-3. And there's the horn, and you can see the celebration, all those pink-clad people down there on Cancer Awareness Night. And the teams will go and shake hands now, and then we'll have the victory celebration for the Worland Warriors, and Landers got a long bus ride home again.
What it means to be on top of your game. For over 60 years, Gotchi has led the field in providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, and wellness in Thermopolis and their facilities in Worland, Basin, Powell, Cody, and Shoshone. Whether you're recovering from an injury, deconditioned, post-stroke, or just looking to take control of your health, you'll find years of dedicated experience paired with personal care at Gotchi Rehabilitation and Wellness. Learn more at gotchi.org. High Plains Power is a Touchstone Energy cooperative. What does that mean for you as a Rural Electric Association member? It all comes down to 7 principles: open membership, one voice, one vote, member benefits, independence, education, cooperation, and community. To understand how it all works, we're headed back in time. In 1879, electricity was in major cities, but rural areas were out of luck. In 1935, President FDR made it possible for companies to build power lines to unserved areas. By the time we hit 1941, some 400 electric co-ops had been organized to serve rural America, just like High Plains Power. For more information, visit highplainspower.org.
Hi, I'm Mama. Welcome to my kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen in Lander is ready to wow you with their home-style fixins. Visit the coffee corner and don't forget to try Mama's biscuits, made just the way her Mama made them. And the Mama before that. With local and specialty ingredients making up their cuisine, it'll be the place you can't get enough of.
And just simple, tastes good, delicious, keep me all ready for the day.
Down the earth, and yes, I would definitely come back.
Home cooking like you've never tasted before. 260 Grandview Drive in Lander.
Come on down, Grandmas!
Community Health Centers of Central Wyoming has locations across Fremont County ready to serve you at DuBois Medical Clinic, Riverton Community Health, and Lander Community Health Pediatrics. We accept all forms of insurance, including Medicaid and Medicare. Are you struggling to get medical care? Ask for their sliding fee scale. From family medicine to pediatrics, Community Health Centers are here to serve you. Call 307-463-7160 or visit chccw.org to schedule your appointment.
Central Wyoming College now offers Bachelor of Applied Science degrees in Early Childhood Education and Organizational Management and Leadership, with an emphasis in outdoor education, tribal leadership, or business and entrepreneurial leadership. CWC offers 3 ways to learn: online, virtual, and in person. Learn, grow, lead, and advance at Central Wyoming College. CWC is leading the way with expanded programs in the Bachelor of Applied Science degrees.
I'm Bo Clark, coach of the University of Wyoming rodeo team, reminding you that putting on a seatbelt doesn't take 8 seconds and it can save your life.
Go Pokes, buckle up. I think the world needs more cowboys.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Your car or truck is an investment. When it needs repairs, you need someone you can trust to do the job right. Take it to Gunners Automotive. They repair all makes and models of cars and trucks, from oil changes to brakes, tires, and more. Gunners Automotive, 856-2288.
In any sport, athletes face the chance of sustaining an injury. According to the Athletic Training Association, 90% of student athletes reported some sort of sports-related injury. What's more, is 54% report playing while injured. For various reasons, sports-related injuries are increasingly leaving our youth at risk of exposure to opioid-based pain medication. Fremont WhenTheGameSlowsDown.com is here to help navigate monitoring medication, social support, and suggestions on what to do when the game slows down. Brought to you by Fremont County Prevention Program.
Ever wonder why so many babies are delivered at Hot Springs Health in Thermopolis? Could it be the exceptional prenatal care offered by our providers? Or our convenient family practice clinics located in Thermopolis, Worland, Basin, Shoshone, and Riverton. Maybe it's our new OB suites with large jetted tub, or maybe it's the place where you know you can find all of this and more.
The choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at the statistics tonight. And they're a little on the unusual side, resulting with the final score. And, of course, these are unofficial. It's pretty cold up here, and my pen froze a couple of times. But let's see. Lander had a total of 101 yards rushing in the game, 250 yards passing, 351 total yards. And the Worland Warriors had 92 yards rushing. Let's see. Oh, I missed that one. They had rush 68. So they had 68 yards rushing and 161 passing. So that is 229 total yards. So the Tigers had about 100 more yards than the Warriors did, but lost the game because they fell behind early. Worland scored first with 4:24 to go in the first period on an 8-yard run by Dosenik. PAT was by Clark. 7-play, 60-yard drive. Lander came back with a 31-yard field goal at the 11:20 mark of the second period in a 12-play, 71-yard drive. Worland then answered again. They had a 6-play, 23-yard drive that ended with a 37-yard field goal as time ended in the first half of play. It made the halftime score 10-3. Worland then had a 52-yard pass, a 1-play, 52-yard drive by Dosenik. PAT was Anderson. It was 17-3. The Lander Tigers came right back in the fourth period with 11:27 to go. 31 yards, Stauffenberg to Tissaguena, the PAT by Weaver, and it was 17-10. That was a 6-play, 78-yard drive. And then Worland answered right away, a 21-yard rush by the quarterback, Weber, the PAT by Clark, and it was a 2-touchdown lead, 24-10, with 6:42 to go in the game. Lander came back at the 3:52 mark on a 1-yard Stauffenberg rush, and that was, I didn't put down the plays of the yardage. And then Lander got the ball back after they held the Warriors defensively, and they moved it all the way down to the 8-yard line, but could not score on 4 consecutive plays. And that's how the game ended. The Warriors win that one tonight by a 24-17 score. Josh?
Yeah, one of the things that we talked about, one of the things that Coach Scott talked about was he didn't want to have a slow start to the first half like they had last week against Evanston. Unfortunately, that's exactly what happened. I don't know what is going on with the offense of the Tigers, but if they had the production in the first half like they've had in the second half, or really just the entire game as they've had in the second halves of last week against Evanston and this week against Worland, you'd be looking at a team that has a record of 2-2 instead of 1-3, and also be 1-0 in the conference. They've got Douglas coming up. I know the last game of the year is against Buffalo. Both of those are pretty stout teams. I think majority of the ranked teams in 3A is in the West, but you do have Douglas that's number 5 in the East, and I believe there is one other team that's in the East that is ranked as well. So it's
Evanston.
Evanston's in the West.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
Unfortunately for the Tigers, the second half adjustments have been good, but they've only been a one-half team the past few weeks, and don't know if there's something that they need to do to get everything figured out to try and go for the first half or what. But they'll make adjustments again. Again, like Coach Scott said, it's a new
season, every game. Yeah.
New scheme, new things that they're trying to learn. So, again, it'll be a quick trip for the Tigers. It'll be a quick trip for us. I believe we're home next week against Douglas.
Yep.
So we'll have that game for here.
Home against Douglas, then home against Riverton.
Yep.
And then we go on the road for Buffalo.
Yep, so. And that will be just about the end of the season.
Yeah.
So it's coming by quick. Tigers are trying to do what they can to help get a good end of the season in the conference. It looks like they're getting the dryers out the blow dryers to get the stands cleaned up. So we'll go ahead. We'll sign off for this week. Tune in to the game. The Cowboy game tomorrow, 99.1. The Heat will have that for you. I believe the kickoff is 2:15. So 90-minute pregame show. That'll put you right before 1 o'clock as they play out east against UConn. I saw on ESPN they are 30.5-point favorites in that game. Can't remember the last time Wyoming was a double-digit favorite, let alone that much. But just want to say thank you for tuning in. Want to give a shout-out to the Mowrys, Lindsay and Jared Mowry. Jared, both of them work for the Fremont County Sheriff's Office. They're good friends of mine, former co-workers. They unfortunately lost their search and rescue canine this week, had a little bit of a medical issue, and unfortunately they had to put him to rest. So thoughts and prayers to those guys. As Mac Attack was his name. He was a cute pup growing up. Did a lot of good work for the Sheriff's Office for the county. Just want to give my heartfelt condolences to those guys as well as my family. We lost a good patriarch and an LVHS alumni Hall of Fame member, my grandpa Butch Hudson. So I've been, trying to do my best to get things going, but
it's been a little tough.
Roll with the punches, get things going. We'll iron out the little issues here and there. As you can probably tell, I forgot the tripod today, so I've been working the camera by hand. So sorry if I gave you motion sickness, but we'll be back home next week. Get the crowd out there. Let's pack those stands. See if we can't get the Tigers back in the win column and even up that conference record at 1-1.
You bet. All right. Well, thank you very much, Josh Henninger. And on behalf of all of our sponsors, we'd like to thank them for making these broadcasts possible. And on behalf of Josh and back at the studio, Kirk Baxter, we really appreciate his help. This is Ernie Over signing off from Warrior Stadium in Worland, Wyoming. Again, our final score, the Worland Warriors 24, the Lander Tigers 17. Good night, all. Drive safely. Buckle up.